Hello, welcome. To all, welcome to watching. Welcome. Hello, Brian J. Glad you came in. Just seems like every time you turn around, think, well, I'm going to do a live stream. No, can't do it. Got something else going. But you see, I got my hair cut. He said he couldn't trim my beard. My beard's okay. I can trim it if I want to. I got clippers. Had to go to Walmart and get my drugs. If you're old and you know what, shake your drugs. Just got from lake, took the kids fishing for a little while, did not catch nothing. Hey, I want to tell you something. I've got this secret fishing hole. Now, don't tell nobody. Captain D's. Man, every time I go, I get a cart full. I get the limit. And I don't have to cook it. I don't have to throw the hook. I just say, give me 4 of them big ones. 4 pieces, that is. I love that fish. So, how's things going on over there in California? You don't eat fish. What are you doing fishing? You said you took the kids. Okay. Why do you not like fish? Hey, I'll tell you what, if you do like fish and you ever get a chance to run across one of them fish boils like they have up in Wisconsin, Door County, Wisconsin. Oh my God. I know. And who caused all that? I mean, you like fish sticks. I'll eat them in a pinch, and I love catfish. Oh my God. I can eat my weight in catfish, and I weigh a lot. There used to be a place down on the river. Uh, a white cop caused it all. Damn white people. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there wasn't no reason for that. There was no reason for it. Hello, Aaron Willis. I know. I know. No excuse. This is no excuses. But what do you think that he did to cause them to do that? Chris, look, check your email. I think I added you at a list. Come on up. Yeah, a little bit, about 10 miles from here, Chris. But yeah, Chris, I'd love to have you on the panel. I think I've sent you an email. Okay. All right. Check your email. If you didn't get one, I'll send it in the chat. But I know I added you to the list. I understand, but and it doesn't give the cop any excuse for what he did. Okay, I got you. He did wrong. He should be held down on the ground and somebody put a knee on his neck. You know, eye for an eye. You know, but just don't know.
There we go.
Hello, Chris.
Oh, let me fix that. Hey, Kim. Still not centered right, is it?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know what's causing it.
Oh, no, I wasn't centered in my screen.
Well, scoot over.
I did, brother. Good to see you again.
You betcha.
Can I just say a couple things real quick on all these protests and everything? Let me first say with what happened to Floyd was not okay.
No.
In fact, it may be one of the first times in United States history where pretty much everybody's pissed off about this one. Whether you're black or a redneck, everybody's pretty mad about this one. I mean, there was no excuse for kneeling on anybody's throat for 9 minutes, regardless of race.
Exactly.
But let's not.
I'm with you on it so far. Go ahead.
And as for this BLM crap, and I understand that, you feel like you need to protect the black community. And yeah, okay, maybe black people do get targeted more. I mean, I'm not black, so I don't know that. But don't sit there and tell me that your whole slogan is Black Lives Matter when a black cop gets shot to death by looters defending his friend's pawn shop. Apparently that black life didn't matter because he was a cop. So it's not Black Lives Matter. It doesn't fit the narrative. There's a narrative. I don't know what narrative they're trying to fulfill. And I do understand that 95 to 98% of the protesters are peaceful. I understand that. I get that. That's okay. You're allowed to protest. In fact, this country was formed on the right to protest. So I'm okay with that. But what I don't understand is if you really want to protest and you want to distinguish yourself from the anarchists and the criminals and Antifa and all that, you want to separate. Why don't you form a line of people, lock arms, and defend stores? You can still hold your signs. You can still yell, Black Lives Matter all you want. You can still protest. But by you forming a human chain and stopping looters from breaking into stores, you're showing that this is about the protest, not about the looting. But when all of you are running around like maniacs with their head cut off screaming, nobody can tell who's the protesters, who's the anarchists, who's Antifa, who's Black Lives Matter. Nobody knows. It gets lumped into a big ball, and we're just going to go, you know what, screw you all, because we don't know which one of you is causing the problems. And that's how I feel about that.
Well, you're pretty much on my page.
And the last thing I got to say on this, and this is about slavery, and I know this is a touchy subject, but let's get one thing clear. No black person alive today has seen slavery. They don't know what it is. You can't sit there and tell me how 8 generations ago that, your ancestors were slaved and beaten and tortured. I get that. But so have thousands of other different people and different races and different ethnicities. All of these people at one point or another have been slaves. I mean, what am I supposed to do? If I happen to be Anglo-Saxon, am I supposed to go sue Rome because the Roman people enslaved my ancestors 1,000 years ago? I mean, it's ridiculous. You just sorry, I get a little hyper on that one.
You did fine, but I'll go along with Brian. All lives matter.
Oh, definitely. All lives do matter.
And, I don't see that they did right, but what did he do that nobody can see on camera? What did he do and say in that car to provoke them to pull him out of that car? That don't make sense why they did it. No.
It doesn't matter. As soon as that knee went on, there was problems. What I don't understand is there were 4 of them there. Not one of them said, "Hey, bro, you might want to ease." Were they scared of that one cop? He says he's been on the job for 4 days. 4 days. Well, he sure showed a lot of intimidation for somebody who's been on the force for. How many jobs have you had in your life, Kim?
Did what?
How many jobs have you had in your life?
3.
3. Okay. On the 4th day of every job you've ever worked, are you like gung-ho and you're like, I know what I'm doing and I can run this shit and excuse my language and you know exactly, you're nervous, right? On your 4th day, you're like, I don't want to screw nothing up still because you haven't quite adjusted to your new job, right?
No, and one job I didn't make it 4 days.
Yeah. So I mean, this guy said he was on the job for 4 days. Was he acting on that video like he's been on the job for 4 days? Because he sure didn't look like it to me. I mean, especially if you don't understand the principles of no person should ever have a knee put on their throat. But even still, if that was the way he wanted to use it, you would be like, man, I don't know. Should I not be doing this? This doesn't feel right. Talk to the other cops. Dude, do you think this is right? I mean, I'm not sure. Am I holding it too long? No, he just continued to do it, and nobody stopped him.
Okay, now wait a minute. That cop and Floyd worked together in security in a bar, and they got into it a week before this happened. Okay, so it was a personal situation between cop and Floyd.
I've heard about that, Brian. Now, I don't know if that's 100% true. I think it is, but I'm like Prepper Nurse, where I'm just like, let's let all the facts come out and then decide what needs to happen. Now, all of them need to go to jail, and I think charging with second-degree murder is good. You can't charge him with first-degree murder. It wasn't premeditated. I don't think he had any intentions on killing him because his life is now over. I don't even know the guy's name. The cop that killed Floyd, he don't have a life anymore.
Nope.
So I don't think he'd want to wake up in the morning and go, you know what? I am going to put my knee on some black guy's neck until I kill him. I can't see that's how he woke up that day. So you better believe every minute he's sitting in that jail cell rotting away, he is contemplating and thinking about that. That's all he'll think about for the rest of his life, what's left of it. So I just want to see what led to this outcome. Like, what made him think that? I don't know what you could possibly say, because I've been arrested before. I've been to jail before. No cop has ever put his knee on my throat. No cop has ever put his knee on my back. I've been yelled at and had guns pointed at me, but I've been thrown to the ground. But I've never had anybody put their foot on the back of my head or knee on my throat. So what made him lead to? That's what we need to know. Not, is this okay? Because everybody knows this wasn't okay. But what was the story behind this? Maybe he deserved to go to jail. He probably did. He probably did something wrong. Maybe he needed to go to jail. He didn't deserve to die. He should
Right.
have gone to
He
jail.
didn't need to die.
And
Okay, we got that tackled.
cool.
How things been going around you?
Me, everything's been good. Working on
Okay,
the house.
now forgive me, but I've asked you what state you're in
Oh,
before.
yeah.
Tell me again.
I am an hour and a half south of Knoxville, Tennessee.
So you're in Tennessee.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Up in the mountains.
All right. That's a great place to be.
I love it.
I'll bet you do. But
The
anyhow,
land.
we're pretty cool here. I got to get my hair cut the other day.
Yeah, I saw your video.
Well, thank you. I thought, well, let me post this. I got out and got my hair cut. Now, he wore a mask. I didn't have to wear one. I had to sign a paper, and I have no idea what that paper said. It was a big long paper. You print at the top, and
Yeah, it's probably like, have you ever been to China? How are you feeling? Have you had any temperatures? Things like
she,
that.
she didn't take my temperature. It was his daughter.
Really? I never knew. I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. No human being, and I say it very clearly, no human being should ever have to go through that.
Nope.
Black, white, Asian, I don't care. It's not okay. Plus, there were four of them. With four of them, they couldn't get the situation under control. But we're not going to talk about that anymore.
Well, I mean, we're all agreeing. It was unnecessary, and we're not going to solve the problem.
No, but
I don't.
neither is
I don't
BLM
care.
burning crap to the ground either.
Nope. It didn't need to happen. I don't care if you talk about it, but we're not going to solve anything.
No, I think this is a long time coming, but I will say this too, and this is what a lot of people might question me on. And the problem with all this Black Lives Matter stuff is, and all the looting and the protesting and all that, they're going to get to the point to where, how can I put this? By indirect actions, they're going to make more people that weren't racist
Yeah.
because they keep poking the bear. They keep poking white people. And you can say whatever you want. White American males are the only ones that you can discriminate against, and it's okay. Nobody's going to come after you. Dear God, you say it about a black person, though. I mean, if you say anything negative, you're a racist. And I got to tell you, I've met more black racists than I've met white racists. I really have.
Hey, okay, Chris, let me ask you a question
Shoot,
because you're a computer whiz.
a little bit.
Okay, I had this program. I still have it. I have
Okay.
this program called Microsoft Picture. Okay,
Okay.
I have it installed on my computer.
Okay.
I used to have it installed on Pam's computer, but I had to reinstall it, and now it won't reinstall. Okay, now when you have a picture open, you can right click, open with, and you see Microsoft Picture.
Correct.
Okay, so I bought a new program called Photo Studio Express or something like that, and I've installed it on both computers.
Okay.
But when I open a picture and I right click on it, open with, I can't find that program on that page.
And it's been installed and ran.
Yes, on both computers. And it's legal. I mean, I bought it.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care if you download it illegally. I'll still help you.
No, I did. And I've got the key, the product key. As
Okay.
long as it's my computer, I can do that.
Try uninstalling it through add and remove programs and reinstalling it And when you reinstall it, instead of doing standard install, do custom install and pick where you want it to go, say C drive, programs. Then it'll be easy. This way it might be able to find it.
Okay.
That it's one of those things where shoot, my brother's calling.
Okay, now tell me one more time, when I reinstall it, do what now?
When you go to reinstall, instead of hitting standard installation or I forget what it's called, do
Okay, I'll
custom.
look at it.
Yeah, do custom installation instead, and then make sure it's going to the pathway you want it to go to, because sometimes it gets lost in translation. It's like,
So should I install it on my desktop?
now, is that happening to both computers?
Yeah. And I installed them both the same. So
Let me think for a second. Because it was happening to one, I'd understand that, but both of them are doing it. Both the same operating system, both like Windows 10,
yeah, they're both Windows 10.
and it worked on both of them before.
Went to control panel to programs to see if it is installed. Yes, it is installed on programs where you uninstall. Yes, it's on the list.
Good. And it worked on both computers before?
No, I just bought it. Now, okay, so the Microsoft Picture will not install because it's not, I don't know, all of a sudden it's not supported on 64-bit.
Well, that might be the problem.
Huh?
That might be the problem.
Right.
Are you running 60? How are you running a 64-bit?
Well, that's what it is.
Is it running on 60?
On the new Windows 10, it's 64-bit on both of them.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Okay. But when I first bought these, I think I bought them a couple of years ago. Well, I bought them before I started live streaming. Yeah, Brian, I am 64-bit. Okay, so Microsoft Picture on my computer worked fine. But I thought, well, I'll go ahead and buy this program because it's only 30, 40 bucks. Okay. And I can use it,
So the problem is it's working on one but not the other.
Okay. The new program is working, but I can't get it to open with on that page.
Okay.
What you have to do, and it's confusing for my wife. You have to open the picture program and then go find the picture to bring it in.
Right. You're exporting. What I'm trying to know, though, are we playing with two computers or one computer?
Well, both of them, sure.
Okay, we're playing with two computers.
And
and open with doesn't work with either computer or just one computer?
Neither one.
Okay, well then it's definitely a program issue.
But when you open with, you scroll down at the bottom and you click on something and it says add another deal, and then look for it in a PC. I don't know where to find it.
Now, I'm going to ask another strange question here. Can you physically open the program?
Yeah.
And it runs just fine if you manually open it?
Yeah.
But it won't allow you to open with?
Right.
Okay, then Microsoft is having a directory error. And you're going to have to give me some time to figure. I know exactly what's going on now. So basically, the computer is nothing more than the operating system is nothing more than a whole bunch of directories. And if one directory doesn't talk correctly to the other one, it has that kind of an issue. So if the program can run fine on its own by manually opening it, and the pictures are running fine, and Windows is running fine, then somehow it's not talking to the directory. There's got to be some kind of a link, something that has to be bridged.
See,
Give me a moment.
if I could ever open it, open with and find it in the list, then at the bottom you could click on that and say, open this always.
Right, but it's not showing up in your list at all.
Huh?
Yeah, when you right click and hit open with, it's not in there at all. It has a drop down list. It's not in. Yeah, it has a directory issue. It's not linking correctly.
So you think I need to uninstall it and reinstall it?
Try that with one, but do it with a custom installation. Do it to where you go put it under C drive programs and then install it and see if that doesn't help. Let me know, but only do it with one, because
Right.
it could have an error in the directory when you're installing it and it's doing it normal install. Somehow it doesn't line the two directories up correctly. I've seen it before. I've one program I had that issue with. I had to erase it 3 times, and then it finally locked on. But it's like a car, like if you call up a mechanic over the phone and say my car's making this funny noise, and I think it's this. What's the mechanic going to tell you?
Bring it in.
So without me being physically there to see what's going on, all I can do is tell you steps that I would do in your boat.
Yeah.
And that's what I would do is uninstall it and reinstall it, but do it custom install, not standard install. So you can make sure it's going where you want it to go. That might help.
But when you open with, you should still be able to find it. Let's see what we can do here.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about. It'll show like Paint and Word. It'll show a whole bunch of programs.
Open with.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got.
There's one other thing to try. Do you see where it says choose option at the very bottom?
Always use this app to open. Yeah.
If you see one that says choose one, then open that and then scroll down that long list and see if it's there. Because sometimes it just doesn't get added. So it's either directory error or it's not being added. You might be able to find it that way.
Let's see what this thing is. I've never seen this before.
In fact, I'm going to my desktop to kind of follow you. Yeah, you do.
That didn't work. Okay, more apps.
Okay. Choose another app.
Okay, so at the bottom here, after I clicked on it, it says, look for another app on this PC.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it opened it up to C drive.
Okay.
So, would it be common files? And I've looked in there before.
Okay. I'm going to do it like this because it's easier for me to show you what I'm doing. Let me move my camera. I won't be able to see if my camera's lined up perfectly, but let me try to get it lined up so you can see. See, there's your smiling face. Hold on, let me see. So when you do this.
Oh, here, let me put you on the big screen.
Hang on, let me try to adjust this. Wow, that's trippy. Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta minimize this so I can see there we go. Okay. So right here.
What have you been doing?
I'm trying to find my mouse.
Brian says, did you buy an older version? Not that I know of. Is the program out of date? Should not be.
Okay. You see I'm highlighted over a picture?
Okay.
If you look on this list, you'll see open with.
Yes.
And you go over here, and it'll say choose another program.
Okay, now wait a minute. I think I've already done that.
Yeah, and then it should pull up a list. Once it pulls up that list, it looks like this.
Yep.
Okay, there's a little blue drop down here that says
Yep.
more apps.
Okay, now
Click-
wait. I did that.
Okay, and it should have a long list.
Well, it's not too long.
Trying to get this positioned.
And then you go to the bottom and it says, look for another app on this PC.
Okay, so you didn't see the one you were looking for on that list.
No.
Okay, then let's go look for another PC. Okay? Right here. This is easy. I see exactly where you are. You're right here. You're under a directory. C, and then do you only have one hard drive?
One hard drive, yes.
You see right there it says file name?
Yeah.
Type in the name of the program.
It says it don't find it. Okay, now let me do it again just in case.
No, okay.
I have tried that.
Okay, then it's option A for you. You can take me off big screen now.
Let's see.
Yeah, because if you didn't see it doing it like that, that means it never installed the directory correctly. You're going to have to uninstall and reinstall.
Okay,
Something glitched. I don't know what glitched for you, but something did.
Okay, but should it not be under common files?
It should be. Don't have a particular file selected. Just left click the C drive and make sure none of the other files are highlighted. Because you don't want it searching for in one particular folder. You want it searching the whole hard drive. And C drive is your whole hard drive. Because
Right.
if it said C, like hard drive, you click C and then you opened up your common files, then it's only going to look in common files. And let's say it's not putting common files, it's putting program files. It won't find it. So you have to make sure you don't have any folder selected.
Okay. Okay, so I'm back to C drive, and I want to left click or right click.
Give it one left click. Just one. Gently, just do.
Okay, so it went right to program files.
Okay, I'm going to follow along with you. Let's see here. We want to do.
It's got the right date. But I don't see that program. It should be Photo Studio, right?
Yeah. Basically, I see what you're saying. It highlighted, it grayed out program files. That's fine as long as you don't have any of those open and just type the file name in. If it still can't find it,
oh,
you gotta.
Okay. Wait a minute. I got you.
Kim, if I can teach an 85-year-old how to use a universal remote, I can teach you how to do this.
Okay. Photo Studio.
Did you find it?
File not found, it says.
Uninstall, reinstall.
Okay.
It's your only option right now.
Okay.
But basically, exactly what you just did, do that after you reinstall. If it doesn't immediately pop up. And this is called Photo Studio?
Right. Express.
Okay.
Here,
Photo Studio.
Let me get the box.
Microsoft Studio Express. Okay.
Okay. Put me on the big screen. You got it?
Hang on, brother. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm staring at you. I think I have it already pulled up correctly.
But anyhow, Lucky, you're doing good. Good deal.
Let me do.
Trying to figure out this. Okay, so I bought it the end of May the 31st, and I give how much for it? It was $30, and they threw the tax and made it 32, which is okay. Now the Microsoft Picture, I can't get it to reinstall on any of the newer computers. They are out. It is out of date. I bought it back in 2004. It was a great program.
There are shell programs you can use, but that's way too complicated to explain in one YouTube chat because a lot of older programs, like I can play Oregon Trail on my computer. You want to talk about out of date? I'm playing games from 1989 and 1988 on my 2019 gaming rig, just
Yeah.
because I have a shell. It decodes the complexities of the basically it makes the computer dumber inside the shell. This way it can understand. It'd be like you trying to talk to a caveman. That's the programming language difference.
And I even opened it as administrator.
Yeah, and you see that should be fine. Somehow the bridge wasn't made. I don't know why the bridge wasn't made. It happens.
Well, I'll just uninstall it and reinstall it.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work, please let me know and we'll go through the next step together.
But see, I just thought I would put it on my computer also, so I can learn how to use it, because I'm still going to use Microsoft Picture
Right.
because it is simple, easy,
Yeah, I
and
like
I
the KISS
know how
method.
to use it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the KISS method too, Kim.
But I thought, for $30, I can buy it, and
Well,
if I get it
hey,
figured out, I'll put it on my laptop.
hey, $30 now only buys you like 2 people meal at Burger King. I went to Hardee's when I took the wife there, and I think I spent $23, and I just went. I looked at the bill. I said, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, 23.89." I said, "Well, there goes fast food for me. I can't afford those prices."
Well,
I mean, you got to.
exactly. And we went to Ponderosa the other day, and it was $25 for a senior, which it's coming up there. It used to, you could get two people's meal for $20. Okay, it's 25 now. That includes the drink, but you can get whatever you want.
Right.
So what they're doing now is you walk up there, you don't touch nothing. Sometimes they'll hand you the plate, sometimes they'll hold the plate. And you point what you want, they put it on the plate. When they get done, they hand you the plate, you take it and sit down. And you can do it as many times as you want. They just don't want you handling the food. Which, hey, I like it because there's too many people want to play with food.
I understand. Brian, I just linked. If you left click that link, you can use that to play Oregon Trail whenever you want. Doesn't cost you a penny.
What is that, a game?
Oregon Trail? You never played Oregon Trail?
No.
Oh shoot, Kim, you got to click that link when your live stream's done.
I already am.
It was a game I think in like 1988 we used to play as kids in elementary school. You get so much money, and you have to buy a wagon. You start as like a banker or depending on which one you pick, makes the game harder or easier. Picking the banker, you have the most amount of money. So you can buy the most amount of food, you can buy the max amount of ox, you can buy the best wagon, and you can buy spare parts. And then it's a thing where you have to cross all the way from where you are to Oregon. I think it's California to Oregon, maybe. Or no. Actually, no. It's the northeast Oregon.
Hey, Stray,
Hey, Stray.
what the hell is going on here? Stray wants to know.
But man, you'd have to make decisions. So like you'd come up to a river.
I got it bookmarked. I will check it out.
Check it. It's a fun game to kill time. We spent many hours hiding in school, hiding. When we get out of class, we'd sneak around into the library and play for a few hours till we got caught and told to go back to class. That game was fun.
Back in 2004, me and two other friends, we used to play America's Army.
I know it.
You can't do it anymore because people own the
Intellectual rights.
Go ahead. What?
The intellectual rights.
Well, they own the site. You got different sites, you see.
Right.
And when you go in, you're not part of their clan, and they kick you out.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like those old mud shells we used to play in as teenagers.
But when me and my two other friends first started, they didn't care. I mean, you could play in their oh man, I can't think of the name. But anyhow, you could play in their place for free, and they didn't care unless they wanted to play. They'd come in and say, and they boot you.
Right. Basically, you get a lobby and you pay for the lobby, and somebody would allow you to be in their lobby for free. But when they decided they wanted to play, they kick you out of their lobby so they had room to play.
Right.
It's kind of like how Red Dead Redemption works right now. It's free to play, obviously, because you buy the game, but the principle's the same. You get a lobby where a whole bunch of people get together, 5 or 6 people, and then that lobby logs you into the game. So that's what you're talking about. Warcraft has a lobby. It's just tens of thousands of people long versus, 10 or 12. They're servers. Basically, that's basically what it is. It's a mini server. They call them lobbies, or they're actually lobbies or servers.
Okay. So if you don't, they own the server. So when you go in, you don't belong there. They will kick you out.
Yeah, they boot you out because they have administrator rights. You don't.
They own it.
Right.
Now you can buy your own server.
Right.
But hey, I don't want to do that. Hello, Rosanna.
Yeah, why do that when you can find somebody to pay for it for you and you can just play?
Exactly.
That's silly money. That's a waste of money. That's like Discord. We use Discord in Warcraft and in a couple other games, and I've never paid for a Discord. I'm like, no, I'll just join yours. Well, I'm not going to waste $10 a month when I can just you waste $10. But I got bills to pay.
Well, yeah.
A lot of these.
That's just like this StreamYard. You get 20 hours for free.
And then you got to pay for it.
But I don't pay for it. I'll either wait or I will open OBS and go from there.
OBS, I like OBS. I've never used StreamYard. I might, but I like OBS just for its flexibility. OBS is so complicated, even a nerd like me has trouble going, what the hell does that button do? You click on it, you're like, oh, don't click that button.
That button is a lever B.
Yeah, it's a lever B button.
Lever B, and that's what it means, lever B.
But yeah, no, I Same way, man. I love OBS 2 is what I'm running when I do live streams, like my Warcraft live streams, which I won't be doing tonight, sadly, because I've been getting up early because stupid work and stupid plumbing. And
Plumbing for yourself?
yeah, I'm running a new well house as well as redoing a main breaker.
Uh, I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, but they say that Plex is some good stuff to use.
Oh, the PEX.
PEX.
Yep, I'm using PEX. PEX all the way through. It's basically I bought this house and the whole well system is 20 years old, and it was fine because it was just like old people and they didn't use a whole lot of water. But now my mom's moving into the apartment because I turned the garage into an apartment, and I mean it was 1,000 square foot garage. So I mean, believe me, it's a full apartment. But I'm asking it to supply water to 2 showers, 2 washing machines, 2 sinks. So basically, I had to jack up the water tank and change the pump. And they had the all the parts inside the garage, which is now the apartment. And I'm not going to ask to have all the well parts inside of somebody's house. So I moved all the well parts outside, and that's what I'm currently doing. Man, I'll tell you what, Kim. I cut off the old salt water, for hard water, the salt water tank. I cut that bastard off. The water for the house dripped out, but the water for the well, dude, it pour. I got a free shower, man. It just poured out of there. I'm like, oh, I slapped my hand on the pipe.
Oh,
Turns
wow.
out all that pressure from the wellhead was pushing all that water up, even though the pump was off. It didn't care. It's like, here's your free 100 feet of water.
Wow.
So yeah,
Well,
now I
we
know.
got city water here, and I I have not used PEX, and if I do major stuff, I will go to that.
I mean, if you gave me an option between running copper or PEX, I'd run copper all day long
Right.
because
I've,
copper is
I've,
way
uh,
better.
I've done the copper tubing. I like it,
It's just pricey.
but that's back when I could buy or get supplies pretty easy.
Oh yeah, you see what a pipe costs now?
Oh yeah.
That's why everybody's
Oh,
going with
uh,
PEX.
you like my haircut?
Itch. Yeah, we're running lots of PEX, poly, and CPVC because it's cheap and works good, except in the sun. Don't run PEX in the sun.
Brian don't like PEX.
A lot of people don't like PEX. I have no issues with it. It, I guess it all depends, Brian, what you're using it for. I mean, a lot
Yeah.
of people they're plumbing whole houses with it now. I mean,
The
whole
th-
houses.
the thing that I like the copper tubing. Now I'm not good at using the torch for rigid, but the copper tubing you can reuse your brass
Sure can.
unless you break a flaring nut, and that happens sometimes.
Sure does. I have the picture back on in 1 second. Fixing something.
Well, I've never put it in, Brian, but that might fall back on the operator.
Well, Brian, I can tell you about a little about that. And a lot of plumbers I've watched, especially master plumbers, the durability of copper is over 100 years, but they do say the PEX is good for 60 years. It can hold up to 200 and they show it under pressure, holding 200 psi. Usually the fittings break before the actual PEX pops. Um, when it's half the price of copper or better, and it is almost as good.
Hello, Grizz. Hey, Grizz Waterbug, you've got a link in your email. Check it out. Come on up. You're welcome.
I mean, I guess it's like anything in this world, isn't it? Time will tell. I mean, copper's been in houses for 200 years now, and it's kind of proven itself a good material. PEX will have its run.
I've got a lot of galvanized myself.
I hate galvanized. I
I do
despise.
too. I have changed a little of it.
Man, I would rather use sprinkler pipe than use galvanized pipe. I'm talking like the little things you screw into the T fitting for the sprinkler heads. I'd rather just do a whole string of those through my entire walls than run galvanized. Man, it rusts so quick and clogs pipes so fast.
Yes, it does.
And it's even worse when it's in drains because drains, the water just that soupy, nasty water sits in that peach and just rots. Whatever brilliant engineer thought that making a rustable metal into our main plumbing system was a good idea deserves to be shot. If you can't tell, I have a real affinity for iron pipes. Leave it in cars and suits of armor where it belongs.
Okay, Chris, you're in and out. Okay, no problem.
What, Grizz, we not good enough for you?
No, he's in and out, he says.
I'm just messing with him. Grizz is good people.
Sure, Waterbug, take your minute. You're welcome to come up.
I always like it when Waterbug comes up. He's an interesting character.
Oh, yeah, I like Waterbug.
Yeah, he's like me. He's a good old boy. Why doesn't Brian ever come up?
Brian just don't do it.
Why don't you do it, Brian?
I've never seen Brian on the panel. Well, he doesn't have the link, but he says he don't want to.
Well, no, it's crazy because Brian, you're like the most active person in Kim's chat next to Kim. Kind of surprised you don't come up and talk to him every once in a while on the panel. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's your prerogative. I'm not. Do what you want to do.
Oh, he's a good guy.
You want to hear a funny story, Kim? And it's a quick one.
I'm listening.
Okay. Well, yeah. So my mom's sick right now, so she asked if I could go bring her some Chinese food, which I'm happy to. So I'm coming back. I'm dropping off food at her house. I'm getting ready to turn on my main road, and lo and behold, behind me is like a 2018 Mustang, and I mean, for the most part, it was far behind me. And then I look in my rearview mirror, and he's like literally, he's a foot off my ass. I mean, I'm talking not rearview mirror. I'm looking behind me, and he's like a foot off. He proceeds to follow me like that for about a half a mile. As we're coming to the stop sign, I hit my brakes slowly. I lean my head out the window, go, man, I'd hate to mess up that pretty Mustang. Dude, from that point forward, he must have stayed back from me, man, a mile. Goes to show you.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. I've actually gotten out of my car and walked up to people's windows and gone, excuse me, sir, I don't need a prostate exam today. And he goes, excuse me? It's either been excuse me or what the hell are you talking about? And I go, well, you're so far up my ass, I assumed you must be a doctor trying to give me a prostate exam. So I'm good. Thank you. I don't need one. I've gotten right back in my car. It's happened twice. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for me to where you got to be so close to somebody that if I so much as tap my brakes, you hit me. You don't need to be that close. You're not gaining any time by being that close. All you're doing is going to cause our car insurances to go up by acting stupid. Yeah, my wife says I don't need a colonoscopy either. Yeah, same.
Yeah, Grizz, that would make a difference. Choking and carrying on.
Because I don't need a prostate exam.
Oh, what, you heard me telling Kim about the Mustang? Well, I was either going to say that or do the prostate thing. So I just said, dude, I'd hate to mess up that pretty Mustang. I was going to, dude, I have full coverage car insurance, man. I would have just slammed on my brakes. He would have had to pay for my car to be fixed, not the other way around. That's what people don't get. If you slam on your brakes and I hit you, you're at fault because you are supposed to leave proper following distance at all times for vehicles in front of you. I can't help how far up my ass you are. You can. So all I got to do is say, no, sir, I saw a squirrel in the road and I hit my brakes. I think all life is precious. And this jerk off was so close, apparently he hit me. My car insurance company is going to call his and go, you know you're responsible to fix this car, right? You did hit him. He slammed on his brakes. Doesn't matter. Why were you not given a proper following distance?
Call the brake check.
So that's what everybody's got to remember. Whenever you want to be an ass and ride somebody's butt, you better be prepared that if they want to be a jerk off and slam on their brakes, you're responsible for that action. You're going to be fixing their car, even though they were the jerk that caused it by slamming on their brakes. And I think that's how it goes in all 50 states, but I could be wrong. Who knows about California and Washington State, man? Their laws are so wonky. Who knows? They probably write the squirrel the ticket. See my video, Kim?
Did I see your video?
Yeah, I haven't. I don't put up a lot of videos, but I'm gonna start. I put up one of my garden from like a week ago.
I won't lie to you. I haven't been seeing your videos.
I haven't posted many.
I need to check them out.
Oh, don't feel bad. I think I've only posted like 3 videos in the last 4 months, so I just don't get a lot of time to do good. I want to give people decent stuff, but I don't have the time to sit there and do it and then edit it all and then put it all up. So I haven't been doing a lot of them.
Brian, a lot of people use this hot and cold.
Hot and cold.
Hot and cold pipe.
Yeah.
CPVC pipe. And it's a kind of a cream color. It comes in 1/2 and 3/4.
Here's what I like about PEX over CPVC. And it's there's only one reason. And it is because in the wintertime, if that PEX gets a little bit cold, because it's not a solid, rigid material like CPVC or PVC, it can flex a little bit. So pipe bursting is less likely to happen with something that can flex a little bit. Versus CPVC and PVC, which is hard, solid plastic.
Right. And copper will split the full length of it.
Yeah, I've seen that on a job site. I remember that. Some pipe, man, it must have dropped below. Like Tennessee can get below 0. I think it was one of those nights. It was like -5, and man, that whole damn copper pipe on that job site split open. It was like a 100-foot run.
Now, it's not very tall down there, but we have a full basement, and I like that. Don't have to worry about any pipes busting.
That's awesome.
The only problem with any pipe freezing is the one that goes outside, like your outside faucet.
Okay. If you ever wanted to solve that one little problem, which honestly is not really a big deal for most people, but all you gotta do is cut it right there and put a shutoff valve on it, so you can shut it off inside the basement. This way, it'll be off all winter, and it'll never freeze because there won't be any water in it to freeze.
I've got one.
Yeah,
I bought a frost-free, but the problem with that is they're not made long enough to go clear through the concrete blocks.
Yeah, freezing's more likely where you live than I live.
But I've got 2 outside faucets, one in the front, just in case I need to, and I've got a shut off on it.
That's good.
Frost free is a waste of money. Why? Why, Grizz?
Because frost is inevitable.
Even in the winter time, I still gotta have water for the hot tub.
Good point.
So I put that in, and I even put a heat tape down there so I can keep that open.
Man, I'd kill for a basement, man. When I bought this house, I was looking for a house with a basement, man. I found two. And man, the price they wanted was so much higher than they were worth. I was like, man, I can't justify buying this house. But man, basements to have, that's luckily I hope to live to be 70 years old, so I like to think this is my first house, not my last house. Oh, there's Waterbug.
Hello, Waterbug.
What's going on, Kim, Chris?
Yakking.
Y'all doing good today, Kim,
Doing good.
Chris? Y'all doing good?
Oh, brother, I'm doing great.
Well,
Got a shower and everything.
That
What'd you say, Kim?
has not leaked.
What'd you
That's
say,
good.
Kim? What'd you say, Kim?
I was talking to Grizz. He said he doesn't like frost-free because they leak. So far, it has not. But I did have
Frost-free.
heat tape on it.
Oh. Hey, Stray. Grizz.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that
Right.
problem. Then again, you're more northern than me, Kim, so obviously your pipe's more likely to freeze up than mine are, but
Oh, yeah, they will. Let's
Grizz, you coming up? You coming up this evening, Grizz? You old bear. Come on up here, boy.
outdoor faucets with the last 2
Hey,
foot.
Roseanne. Stray, you coming up, bud?
Grizz said he's in and out. He's not going to be able to come up. He's
Well,
been
most
trying.
Well, most Stray or Roseanne, some of them will come up a little bit and talk. I know Chris needs him a break. He's been wearing you out, so I know you need somebody else to talk to. Chris, 270. No one, but I'm just on my way outside to.
Hey,
Okay.
Waterbug,
Yeah,
I know he knows you. Do you know Pepper Chris?
Pepper Chris. That's him up here on the channel with you, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
that's
talked to
your
me for a minute.
channel. That's your channel, Pepper Chris.
That's me.
Okay.
The guy that's been a YouTube creator for 7 years and has like 8 videos. And most of them suck.
Well, maybe
But
you
they're
need to write some more beer. Drink you some Jack Daniels or something. You might
There
get
you
more people watch you.
There you go.
Or get you a big woman. See, I got me a big woman. Them big women, it's hard. Them big women, they can bring them that crowd up. You know that, don't you?
Wait a minute, Waterbug.
I got a big woman too.
I thought there was only 2 kind of women. Big
What kind?
old good ones and good old big ones.
There you go. There you go, Kim. I just mess with I just mess with y'all.
Yeah, big old good ones and good old big ones.
Yeah. I just mess with y'all.
Yeah,
I like
Chris is from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Sure am.
Oh, country music country.
Love it.
There's a tear in my beer. Oh Lord, I'm crying. And George Jones, what's George Jones' most famous song? U.S. we in Tennessee whiskey. I can't sing shit.
Oh, I can't carry a tune in a 5-gallon bucket.
Hell, I can't either. Can't wait for when to say it. I love to lay it down, whisper all the sweet things in your ears. I can't sing shit. Hey, I'll shut that up. What y'all been doing today, Kim, Tris?
Miss Pam wanted me to put up a flag on the front of the house. Well, I had a bracket way up there. I went up there to put that flag in there, and somehow the screws worked out.
Uh-oh.
So I moved it down lower. Well, I had to find a stud, so
I can't play.
I got my stud finder out, and it's really hard to use because every time I turn it on, it goes off.
That's,
It's close to me. I mean, it just, okay, I'm done with that. But
yeah.
anyhow, trying to find the stud through the vinyl siding and asbestos siding and all that.
Right.
But I found one.
You get it up?
I got
Did
it
you
up there.
Yeah, I'm like you, Stray. I can play a mean radio, but I can't play no damn mean tune. I can play a mean radio. Yep, that's the way it is here. Yeah, you got old flag. You good to go. You make her happy. Did you get the flag up there? Really?
Yeah, I did.
That's good.
And I've been playing with load centers and service disconnects.
They better send my Donald Trump cat flag in pretty soon. I don't know when it's gonna come, but all this shit going. I just bet with you. I just bet with you, kid.
I think somebody needed it for toilet paper.
I just bet with you, Kim. I know I'll hit you on that damn
That's
back
okay.
door.
That's okay. What's that red hat you got on now?
Budweiser.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
I mean, my preference is Busch Light. All right.
Yeah.
But I'll drink any kind of beer.
Yeah.
If it's free and cold, I like it.
I'll drink any beer that's cold.
Hey, Mama Linda. Hello, Mama Linda.
Hey, Mama Miranda. Good to see you.
Hi.
That's a sweet lady right there.
Yeah, I like her.
I love watching her hauls. My wife, Missy Boy, she loves watching her. She got that wild voice. Missy said, you don't want to piss her off, she'll kick your ass. She tickled me.
Oh, she's a nice lady.
She is.
I see her a lot of times with Iron Dog channel.
Yeah, that's where I see her at too.
You ready, Kim?
What?
I got your favorite man. You ready?
Oh boy. Okay.
What you got on? I can't see it.
He got a Trump hat on.
Yeah.
I had to poke a little bit.
We might as well put. Oh, it's camouflage. I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
I like this hat a lot better though. Yeah, I like this hat.
Boy, y'all gonna get into that. Y'all gonna get into a damn fight over here tonight.
Oh no, we don't fight. We just
No.
go back and forth.
I honestly do think, after all this time, I do think me and Kim kind of have a mutual respect for each other's feelings at this point.
Oh, you did too. You can't disrespect nobody.
Well, you know, like Brian, I like Brian. If he wants to talk about him, that's fine. Not a problem.
No, you can't be mad with somebody because they want to be an independent Democrat.
No, but I can argue with him.
Oh yeah, you do a good job doing that. You get
Yeah,
rid of hell.
we can definitely debate. I have no problems debating. I really don't. I think that's what makes this country so good. The fact that me and Kim can debate, even for hours, about the way we feel, and nobody's knocking on our doors, kicking them in, saying you can't be saying that stuff. You know, like if this was China, man, we couldn't be doing that.
But Chris, but I like to hear Kim and Grizz get into an argument about Trump and the Democrats. They get back to that shit. Tickle me more than this. I get laughing.
But
Well,
see, Grizz never voted. I did.
Yeah.
I want to start my own party, the Common Sense Party.
There you go.
Well, that'd be
Does it make
great.
any sense? No. Then we don't support it.
They used to tickle me though. Kim will say something about the Democrat, and Grizz will say, "Nah, Kim, now I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that now, Kim." And then Kim
He
say,
always bring
"I'll
up
be
that
there
point.
for you on my channel." That shit funny.
You know, Kim, there's one thing I could say, man. We could spend eternity debating politics and still run out of time.
Right?
That's that one subject that you can just keep on yakking
But
about.
can you not see all the lies that Trump has said? And
Hey, what
how
about
he is?
dude? What about hydrochloroquine? They're finding out. They're doing research in 50 countries because they think it might actually might help with COVID. So isn't that gonna be funny if a lie turns out to be the truth?
It causes heart attacks.
I'm with you, Stray. If he gives me another $1,200, he got my vote. You better
Well,
right.
Well,
He
50
didn't give me
countries.
$1,200 straight. Nancy did.
They all
Nancy
did.
fucked that up.
Where you at, Chris? Where you at, Chris? We need you.
You want the cold hard truth, man, is Nancy may have pushed it through, but man, without Trump's signature, you wouldn't have gotten it either. It took everybody had to agree.
Trump wanted
Everybody
to
agreed.
give it to all the rich people. If
But that's
it's
not-
been up to Trump, you wouldn't have got a dime without Nancy.
Well, really, you think about it, if it wasn't for that Trump, you wouldn't got it either. It works both ways, really.
But if
That's
it
what-
was up to Trump, all the rich people would have got it, and nobody.
If it were up to Trump,
You
but
know-
it wasn't. It was up to all of them to agree, or you wouldn't have gotten it.
Nancy
I
started.
think- But you know, really, Kim, I think Trump's going out there and trumping that damn Nancy. You know, Nancy Pelosi. I think he go out and put that Trump car on her ass,
Well, no,
make her go turn her belly upside down, put that Trump car
Now,
on.
how did we get this started again? We was
Kim-
talking about
Kim, you're right though. You
Boom.
are right. Kim, you are right. Nancy did start it. I can't deny that. But
Well-
without all of them, it wouldn't have happened. So you can't just give her credit.
When it first started, he wanted to give it to the rich people only. And that's why it was held up. And Nancy says, no, everybody's going to get it or none.
And everybody did.
And everybody did.
All I'm trying to say is it took all of them agreeing in order for us to get it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're right. Probably if it was up to Trump, you're right. Half the people that got it wouldn't have gotten it.
Now,
You know what? You see what Stray said? Stray right. Whose name was on the damn check? Trump.
I didn't get a check.
Well, you got the deposit though.
I do admit that was
Didn't have
hysterical.
his name on it.
I don't care what party you're affiliated with. That was just funny, man. I don't think I've ever gotten a stimulus check or any kind of tax check or anything with the president's name on it. I think that's the first time. That was interesting.
What you do get a check, Chris? What you do get a check?
Oh yeah, I got a check.
Oh, you did.
Mhm.
They deposit mine. I didn't get a check.
Well, they went with what you filed with your taxes the year before, and because
Right.
I didn't have the bank account a year before when I filed my taxes, there was no direct deposit linked up with my tax paperwork. So that's why they
okay.
mailed me a check. I have a bank account now. I just didn't when I did the taxes last year. I was changing banks.
I agree with him now. No, Kim. Trump wants only taxpayers to get it. Democrat.
See, the people on disability grids wouldn't have got it.
Once again, I stated half the people that got it wouldn't have gotten it if Trump had his way. So yeah, Grizz is right. 50%. You're right. 50% wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
You're just saying, Kim. You're just saying more people got it that needed it,
But,
which is true.
but
but-
now are they really thinking about doing another one? Do y'all know?
I've heard hints of it.
Ain't gonna happen. Not unless it blows up again, which it probably will, because with all these protests going on, it will.
Well, I was thinking the Congress said they was going to do it again.
They were talking about it, but it keeps getting shot down. But it's going to take us going back to another lockdown, and I bet you they will approve it. Because now they're saying that the stock market's going up, jobs are going back to work, the country's reopening. We don't need to cut you no checks.
Well, as long as they send them to me, I'll catch them some gun. You hear me? I will
And
catch.
Kim, you need to talk to my brother because you're sitting there saying how much Nancy Pelosi helped out everybody, but because my little brother is a dependent on his mother and father, he didn't get a check. He got screwed. He's on disability. So
How
yeah,
is
he's
it?
on mental
How is
disability.
But how is it?
How old is he?
Yeah, how is it?
He's 31.
See,
But he-
they say anybody over 31 don't get one, though. It's for the ones that's under 18. What I understand now, I could be wrong on that.
No. I'm saying though he should have gotten his own $1,200 check, but because he was claimed as a dependent on his parents' taxes last
Right.
year, he didn't get it. Why didn't those people get it? I mean, those people mentally disabled why don't they deserve it? Because
I know somebody around here done that same thing. They didn't get it either because somebody else claimed it. That's where you don't need to let nobody claim you.
he'll tell you.
If you can, you know.
Yeah, he's like, dude. He's talking to me. He's like, brother, people that have crack addictions got a fucking $1,200 check that now they can go spend on crack. But I didn't get one because my parents had to claim me on their taxes. How was that fair?
Chris.
Mm.
Pam said you need to talk to your congressman.
No, I'm just trying to say to you that nothing is perfect. And yes, Nancy Pelosi got more things added to that money than Trump originally wanted, but it's not like she got everybody covered.
Well,
So I mean,
they need
So
to
the-
have that, they need to have that brought to their attention through your congressman.
I agree. I believe that.
Have you talked to your congressman?
Me personally, no.
Okay, well, you need to, and keep on them. You know, your senators. What state are you from?
Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that's that.
You do realize that my state's 98% Republican, right?
No.
That's that country music up there, Miss Pam.
Oh yeah, we're hard. It's hardcore Republican.
Sure, but I don't love you either, boy.
He's seen it.
Well,
I don't
that's
Miss
what you got to do. You got to personally contact them and keep on them.
You do.
Get anything done, and they'll try to help if they can.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. I didn't think about doing that. That's a
Oh
great
my
idea.
God, that's what you always do. That's what you always have to do. I fought government for 40 years. I mean, if you want something, you've got to go to your congressman.
Like I want something, Chris. If I want
Like a bull.
Chris, check this out, Chris. If I want something, I gotta go to my wife and get the money to get it. Yeah, that's the same way Miss Pam's trying to tell us guys. You got to go to the main dog.
Well, I gave him his, so you know, there you go.
Well, you know, being Southern and being Tennessean, I mean, we don't ask other people for help. We solve our own problems, you know. We're not used to contacting our senators and congressmen. We just solve our whatever. So yeah, that's not a bad idea though. I like it. It's a good idea.
How you doing, Miss? How you doing, Miss Pam?
That's thinking.
She run off. She back in the bedroom.
Okay.
What about your brother? He didn't get no money?
No,
Okay, how old is he?
he's 31.
Okay, well, he should have got a $1,200 check.
When I gotta make myself clear, when I say brother, I don't mean we're like genetically brothers, but we've been together since like 6 years old. We're brothers. We're
Okay,
inseparable.
but he's 31. He should have got his own check.
He didn't because his parents claimed him on their taxes, so they claimed him as a dependent. They got $500 for him. I think. I don't even know if they got the 500. They might not have gotten anything because he was over 18. But because of that,
$500 for him and kept it.
they might have. I don't know because, like Water's saying, that it might be cut off at 18, so they might have gotten anything for him just because he was on their taxes. He does not get a $1,200 check.
Yeah,
But there's a lot. But you got to think about this for a minute because there's a lot of disabled people that aren't like severely disabled, that are just mildly disabled, that their mothers or their fathers or their brothers and their sisters claim them because they can't be responsible for themselves. All of those people don't get a $1,200 check.
I understand that. You're right. You're right about that.
And that's not fair.
No, it ain't fair. You're right. I understand where you're coming from.
All I'm trying to say, thank you, Waterbug, I appreciate it. All I was trying to say, Kim, is that without all of them agreeing, because when they passed that stimulus bill, when it went through both the House and the Senate, it was like 194-2. So all Democrats, almost all Republicans, and Trump signed the law, and we all got money. So, I mean, you got to realize it took a lot of people agreeing upon a lot of nonsense to get that done. So I don't give it to any one person because it took all of them. And that's how our government's set up. And like I said, you can argue politics all day long, every day.
No argument.
I just wanted you to feel like that's how I try to see the world.
What I'm trying to explain to you, I know he was the last dog in the fight, but it would have never happened if Nancy hadn't started it.
You want credit recognition for what your person has done, and I'm giving it to you. I agree 100%.
I don't want credit, but she did it.
I'm not denying that. I agree with you. She did start it. She started. Trump finished it. A lot of people agreed to it, and we all got money. Well, most of us.
Chris,
yes.
Chris, you looking at chat? You better look what Grizz just said.
But see, he didn't file his own taxes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Grizz was saying. And I think the same thing, Grizz. I think you're right. Now, he'd have filed his own taxes. He'd have got the money. That's what I'm thinking, too.
That's exactly right. No, that's exactly right. 100%.
Because I know this guy that he's disabled. He's not, I'm not disrespecting him, but somebody else was claiming that he didn't get one, but the other person got $500 extra for him. You see what I'm saying, Chris?
Yep, we all do.
Everybody is different. It's like doing the Chief said, everybody's case is different. Everybody's is different.
And Kim, I know what Kim was talking about too, and that was also started by the Democrats, and it was a whole nother round of $1,200 checks for all of us, and this one included the people that got excluded from last one. I was with it, and I don't think the request, like I said, just because I prefer one candidate over the other one does not mean that I agree with what they do. I think that should have passed as well. I think everybody should have gotten around check, and it should have been done again, and everything would have been more fair. I agree with it. I can't believe Trump just said, no, I'm not touching this. It's a wish list. No, it wasn't a wish list. The stuff that they were asking for really wasn't that bad. More money for hospitals and research, more money to the American people, and a little bit more money to small businesses. Why would you veto that? Why would you not let that pass? What is wrong with you? I get it. That's Republicans breathing down his neck saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. We got to protect our money. I get it. I get it. I'm not stupid.
When we all dead and gone, the damn Democrats, Republicans still be down fighting each other.
Of course they will. This is going to go on until it's not a country.
You make your yard look pretty.
Who did?
Rosanna. And Rosanna, I never did get your video of your irises.
I ain't seen no videos on Rosanna lately.
You gonna line them out?
I'm gonna get on online and see what I can find.
Hey, Miss Pam.
Hey, how you doing? How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
See, what happened was his brother,
Well, if you're doing that, that's Florida, by the way.
his parents' income tax, so he didn't get the $1,200. They got the $500.
500.
Yep, because he was an independent, or was a dependent, not independent.
But he did get the 500.
His parents did.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
No.
Okay, so his parents gave him the $500.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I thought you meant he didn't get anything.
He got $500.
Oh, well, that's what they'll say.
That doesn't work for everybody. Some people's some disabled parents keep that money, or disabled guardians keep that $500 for themselves to add to the pot to take care of the kid. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Some
they
people,
don't.
sure.
But you got Chris, but you got a lot of people see they can't manage money too. I mean, I ain't saying that about your brother. I'm just saying there's some people cannot
Oh, no, he
manage
can't.
money, and they got to have help. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that by y'all. I'm
Yeah.
saying
No, he does. He does not hold on to money well at all.
I think
Oh, yeah.
Kim's got a neighbor. I think Kim was saying one time he had a neighbor.
All
He
right,
couldn't manage his money and all. He couldn't manage his payments and all.
here, I can do this.
Oh, don't make me bigger. Hi, everybody.
It's good. It's the first time I've seen your wife.
She's pretty.
I just got my hair done, colored yesterday. I look a lot better than I
Looks
did.
good. Looks good.
Good. Yeah.
Oh man.
You better watch Kim. He's up to something. He got my haircut. You better watch him. He's up to no good.
I know it. I know it. It happens every time. He gets those nose hairs picked out. He's a brand new man.
Mine's a
He
ear
might
hair.
have him a woman down the road there, Miss Pam. You better watch him.
Well, if he does, I hope she takes care of it.
I'm just picking on
I always
y'all.
said I wanted a woman that can cook, a woman that can clean, and a woman that can make good loving. I just hope they don't all meet.
Yeah.
There you go. It will be a mess then, won't it?
Yeah.
I never heard it like that. Well, you about right, Kim.
Hey, let's talk about a new fun subject. How about this one? Has anybody thought to think about the fact that we're still in a pandemic and there are like tens of thousands of people all collecting the gigantic globs that's going to spread an infection all around this country again?
Thousands
Yeah, I
of
ain't
people
worried.
die every day.
Yeah, they predict our death toll is going to go from like 102,000 to 143,000 by like the end of the month.
Well, talk about something happy. That ain't nothing good there. Talk about something happy. Talk about your old dog you found somewhere side the road needed some pet and loving.
Something
Well, we
happy.
got her hair cut.
Hey, y'all better,
Colored.
I
I
gotta
don't
get me a haircut.
I'm
know. Water
gonna
bug.
I'm gonna have a mastectomy Friday, or a mammogram. I'm sorry, a mammogram
Okay.
Friday, and then the next Friday I'm having another tooth pulled. So that ought to be fun.
Lord have mercy.
Bug.
You have a rough month.
No,
Water.
I'm getting ready to come to Georgia so I can.
Well,
And
come on down to Georgia. We got some peaches down here.
Sure
You
do.
like peaches?
peaches. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I love peaches.
Water bug.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
It's 2020. There won't be any good news this year. You might as well just hang on to bad news for the whole year because
That's for you. I've always got good news.
if
I
he's
wake up in the morning. That's some damn good news, Chris. I don't let this shit bother me. What's going on with them big cities? That's their damn problem. It ain't the water bug.
pandemic, riots, hurricane incoming.
I'm right there with it all. I'm down in the south.
I know it. It's gonna get you, bug.
I don't fear it. Shit. It gets me. I'm just gonna love them big women's and the good women's and good people, my neighbors, my friends. I ain't worried about this bullshit.
But that's just what farms need right about now is a freaking hurricane and a tornado or two.
Oh, there's one out there in the damn Gulf right now.
Yeah, it is.
Shit,
Getting bigger too.
I ain't worried about it. What he do? Buff off? Chris, you okay?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just doing something I don't want nobody to see me doing on
Okay.
camera. I'm drinking an energy drink.
Yeah,
and
I know that,
shouldn't be doing that.
We probably get a bunch of rain in here tomorrow, but I ain't worried about it.
Well, we got a gully washer the other day on Thursday.
Well, did you get your trees from Ty Chris?
I sure did.
Are they growing?
Surprisingly, yes. The pecan
good.
tree's doing freaking great. The apple trees have gotten all their leaves back and started blossoms.
Okay.
Now the berry bush, man, I don't know. It's still alive, but I don't know if it's just really, really shocked or what, man. But all the leaves fell off.
Hey, Brad. How you doing, buddy?
Now,
Yeah.
I'm just asking, Chris. You didn't get a air pocket when you planted it, did you?
No,
You watered it good.
I watered it. I used peat moss. I used cow manure and decent topsoil. Mixed it all together really good to aerate it. It had an acidity of 6.0 to 6.5, and then I watered it.
Well,
Now
sometimes if you get an air pocket, that'll cause them to
now
die.
it's only getting like 6 hours of sun. That might be a problem, you think?
Let me tell you about this, Kim. I told you about that door latch. I had to get it replaced and all. And it, sets off the alarm on my truck. I mean,
Yeah.
damn, it went off the other night. I was sitting out, I was on the back porch, and I was on the phone with my brother, and the doggone truck, the bunker alarm just went off. There wasn't nobody around or nothing. Boy, them sensors, they something else on these new vehicles, ain't they?
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Damn.
Welcome.
Bo, you want to know what I used to do when I go to the hospital? I have a base system in my car, right? So I would go to the very top floor of the parking structure and turn my base all the way up and set off every car alarm in the parking structure. I would drive from the top floor to the bottom.
Okay, here come Brad. Hello,
Hi, guys.
Chris.
How's it going, all?
Yodels.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Water
Morning,
Buzz.
good.
What's up, man?
Man, good to see you. I ain't
Good to
seen
see
you in a
you,
while.
man.
You doing okay?
What's that?
I ain't seen you in a while. You doing okay?
Oh, yeah. We're all doing good here. We're hiding from that COVID stuff, eh?
Oh, yeah, you got to.
Nah, it's not that bad here, but it's getting there. You know what I mean? We got a small town of maybe, how many people in this town, huh?
In our county, which is surrounding areas, there's 380
380
in
In
our
your
county.
all together in our county that have been sick.
Now, Kim, you see what Brad done? You see what Brad done just then? He asked a question. They got to ask his wife.
That's right.
So when I ask a question, I got to ask my wife. What's going on with all that, Kim? You got no way too, Kim?
Oh,
So, Brad,
I'm the boss here on Tuesday and Thursday. I get
Okay.
Brad, you're in Canada, right?
Yep.
How does the average Canadian feel about having your guns taken away from you?
I'd like to see them try and take mine. Ain't gonna happen. There's gonna be a big riot here if they try and do that. I'll guarantee it.
So they've told you can't have guns, but they haven't come to collect them.
That's right. And the only weapon I have here right now is my crossbow. My other rifles and my shotguns were up at my sister's.
I'd bury them. Put them in
Yeah.
like a really heavy oiled gunny sack and bury them.
Yep.
That's ridiculous, man. I don't know what gave Trudeau the right to take guns away from you guys. I think that is utter nonsense.
Well, I totally agree.
Was there even a vote for it, or did he just walk out and say, "Guess what? No guns for anybody"?
No vote, no nothing. He just took them all away.
oh,
Hey,
my.
Chris.
Watch it happen
Chris,
here.
what you got? Chris,
Oh,
what
yeah.
you got some lights? Chris, what you got some lights up there in your room? Some blue
So
lights.
have
Oh,
you guys,
black
have you
lights.
guys heard about Trump and what he done? He's not paying the Medicare stuff, the medical field anymore, eh, Kim? He told him on the news, I'm done paying you guys. So he's not paying the
Oh.
medical care people.
Who? The who,
Hey,
right?
hon.
The World Health.
I think it's called World Health Organization.
World Health Organization.
But I don't know for 100%.
He said he's not going to pay him no more. He's not supporting them.
Yeah,
That's a different.
He said that a lot.
That's different than Medicaid and Medicare, Brian.
Yeah, I know, but that's gonna affect a lot of people.
Take it from somebody.
That's not going to hurt the Medicaid and Medicare people. That's going to affect another division.
Right.
Take it from somebody who actually voted for Trump. I'll tell you right now, man. The man will talk out of both sides of his ass.
Oh yeah.
He will. He'll
Yep,
say
he
one
will
thing and
so.
do another. And that's for a man that voted for Trump. And I'll tell you right now, who will vote for him again?
It's way on
because I would rather have him than Biden. That's my pick as an American.
Exactly.
Everybody
I
can talk
think
to
they're
whoever they
both-
want to vote to.
I think they're both wrong for it. So
Yeah, I agree there. I agree there.
It's
even our prime minister here, you know, he's still wet under the ears, even though he's been in there just about 4 years. You know.
World Health Organization, yeah, WHO.
I still can't believe that. What else has got Trudeau planned in the works for you guys? I'm scared to even ask.
so,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just
Well, the thing is, he
Go ahead,
made promises when, like they all do, right? They all make promises. Oh, I'm going to change the world this way. I'm going to change this way, but they never do. Now Trudeau, the first thing he said, I'm going to help all Canadians. Well, he never done anything with Canadians. He spent over $4 or $5 billion over in freaking Russia.
What?
but
Yeah,
he don't put a
he
word
hasn't done
about
nothing with Canada. He's every country around us.
but he don't put a word about them Canada. He don't put a word about Chinese. He don't put a word about nobody but the United States. I mean, I know
Right.
you. I know you in Canada. I know. I mean, I respect you. But Trump put only respect. Trump put a word about the people in the United States. He
That's
could
right.
care less
But yeah, I'm
the other people.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I'm
I'm
not
both,
disrespecting. I'm not disrespecting you, Brad, for no reason. In the Lord's mercy,
no.
Lord.
None taken. But I'm both sides, Waterbug? I'm part American too.
I know you are.
Brian, here's the
But what was
mind
you
blower.
What was you gonna say, Kim? You was gonna say something, wasn't you?
no,
80% of Canada is woods.
Yep,
Why would you take people's guns?
exactly.
It's woods. It would make more sense to try to take them here where there's way more population in denser cities. Most of
yeah.
your cities are like spread out over miles.
Mm-hmm.
How many
Some
Canadian
places
murders
you're-
really happen?
Oh yeah.
I mean, do you guys have a major violent problem with guns in Toronto or something we don't know about?
Not really. Like there's been violence in Toronto with the normal stuff, you know, but there hasn't been like
Lots of mass shootings going
major
on?
people going out and just shooting people, you know. Actually,
You've
the
got-
town cops do more shooting of people than people are doing of people. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously, you guys are having like mass shootings every couple of days in order for Trudeau to want to take your guns away, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a
But
valid
we're not-
reason for them just take all your guns.
Right, but we're not hearing nothing. It hasn't been on the news or nothing. He just up and said, "Oh, we're taking all the guns."
All right, wake up, America! Go ahead,
Exactly.
Well, that was
I freaking dare you! You
Yep.
think Black Lives Matter is going to look bad?
Oh.
Wait till you screw with gun owners. We're going to make them look like a picnic
Mm-hmm.
at Sunday school.
Yep.
We will show you what you need to truly be terrified of.
yes, Bigfoot, that's right. I got it stirred up. All I got to do is sit back and
Keep in mind what I said, though. I didn't say black or white people. I said gun owners. And there are black
That's
gun
right.
owners, there are white gun owners. Piss them off enough and watch what they do.
Oh yeah.
How are you going to stop? What are you going to do? You're going to bring an army to fight an army in your own country?
They're gonna lose.
Yeah, let's be perfectly honest. There's like 350 plus million Americans that we know about, and even if a third of them are armed,
what'd you want?
that's 100 million versus 1 million.
Exactly.
I like what
No.
Bigfoot, what he
You're gonna lose
said.
every time. That's the problem.
That's a
I
good-
mean, I know I'm not an algebra teacher, but I'm pretty sure that 100 million is bigger than 1 million.
Chris,
Oh yeah.
Chris, you need to read the chat. Bigfoot said Kim's just going to sit back and let it happen.
Well, what are you going to let happen, Kim?
I have no idea.
Talking. Bigfoot said,
That-
you stirred it. I just sit back and let her go. Hey, did you see my shirt? Born in the USA. A
Nice. I
long
like that,
time ago.
Tim. I like that actually. That's
yeah,
right.
good stuff. Yeah.
That's right, Grizz. I agree. Pea shooter.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to get up on a soapbox. I was just saying I can't believe what Trudeau
No,
did to Canada by taking their guns. And I mean, I want them to see him try it here.
Right.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
It ain't like, I mean, I understand Canada, but I mean, Canada isn't going to march with all their gun owners and take back their rights. Whereas America, we will. You don't screw with our guns.
Brian says if the United States government took guns, people would not do nothing. Oh, I think they would, Brian. A lot of people really love their
we
gun
would.
control, and like I don't actually have it for house protection. I have it just for going out hunting and putting food in my freezer.
Yeah,
I mean, half
exactly.
the time we go to the grocery store here, guys. We get our meat home. I put it in the freezer, which is normal, right? We take some of it out the next day, and it's already rotten. You're cooking and it stinks. So that's why I do all my hunting, right? Because I don't trust the grocery stores around here no more.
Where did you go, Waterbug?
He got dropped out for some reason.
Dude, and just you don't have to take people's guns away for violence. I mean, like you said, a lot of people are hunters. A lot of people hunt. Yeah, in America we got that whole issue going on with who needs assault rifles.
Nobody
really needs them.
No, take the assault rifles off the streets, even from the cops' hands. I'm sorry. That's the first thing they want to do anymore is put their hand on their gun when they're walking up to a car.
Yeah, but you see, that's the sad part. And this is why you can't get rid of assault rifles. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm going to tell you why. Because you said it, take everybody. The problem is the only gun, AKs and M16s you're going to get away from people are the people that have them out, legally. Cops, homeowners. So what now you're doing a scenario of you're going to put the cops and people with handguns and rifles and shotguns up against criminals with assault rifles.
Right.
So the only way to keep the scale balanced is for both sides to have them.
Exactly.
Unless, I mean, does it work? No, it sucks. Because, yeah, I'd love to see no more assault rifles. Problem is, you can't get them all out of everybody's hands. There's too many.
Exactly. But I mean, with the assault part of it, like not every person that owns an assault rifle is out there just to hurt people with it. A lot of them are there for home protection, and that's it. I mean, if anything, I'm not putting anything down about the United States, but there's been a lot of looting and stuff going on, right? And you need protection in your home if you're going to be looting. You know what I mean? You need protection.
Okay, Chris, I give up.
No, that's literally the only time you'll ever see that gun come out is if I'm being assaulted by a bunch of people attacking my property.
Exactly.
I have a hunting rifle and I have a shotgun. That's what I hunt with.
Mm-hmm.
That's only for home defense.
Right.
You'll never see that gun unless you got the business end of it, which is usually you're looting my house.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you should be allowed to take that gun away from you.
Right. I mean,
now, if you want to buy another one, good luck.
It's going to be harder.
You know what a wise person once said to me? You really want to stop gun violence? Don't worry about the guns. Charge like $20 per bullet.
Exactly.
People be digging them out of people because they cost so much.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, if you're going to shoot somebody, you better have a damn good reason. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, give the guns away. Here's a free gun. Oh, by the way, you want ammunition? $100 a round.
Exactly. Yep.
All of a sudden, the only downfall is there'll be no practice shooting, but who really cares? Because nobody's going to have enough bullets to bother practice shooting. This way, that's a great example of how we could give the power back to the cops and the military, and they would be the only ones with the assault rifles. Mm-hmm. Because if they're that expensive, the government and the states will have to pay for the ammunition.
Exactly.
And it's going to cost a fortune. So the American people won't be able to afford much of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd still have like maybe a round or two.
Oh, yeah.
But you better believe, before I pull that trigger, I'm going to make sure that I want to waste that money before I do it. I'm not just going to shoot it in a tree.
That's right.
That's your secret, Kim. That's how you stop gun violence. Just make the bullets so expensive nobody can afford them.
That's so true,
That's true.
It's like, what good is a toy without batteries?
Exactly.
Yeah. But, I've got guns, but I don't want to use them,
Nor should you have to.
I don't want to have to. No, I shouldn't. But I don't hunt anymore. I can't walk in the woods.
That's okay. They work just fine if somebody's looting your house.
That's right.
Right.
And that's another thing. With all these protests going on, and I'm not saying that the protesters are all thugs and criminals. That's not what I'm saying. But what if you get one of those sets there are, and they descend upon your house?
How are you, buddy? Sorry to interrupt, man.
You know what my brother tells me? You'll laugh. He said, bro, I'm thinking about going to Walmart and buying some ammunition. I said, why? He said, in case of looters. I said, Billy, just pull it out and cock it.
That's right.
Nobody's going to question if that thing's loaded.
That's right.
Are you going to? I wouldn't question. If you're pointing a shotgun at me, and I said, if you really are scared that you need ammunition, point the shotgun at them and tell them drop their gun. Then just walk over and grab their gun.
Exactly.
I said, you don't. There was a or a train robber back in the 1800s, and I don't remember his name, but he robbed dozens of trains with an unloaded shotgun. Never
Yep.
once had a round in the chamber and never got caught.
Yep.
Nobody questioned it. I mean, like a revolver, you can question. If you really look hard, you can see if there's a bullet in that chamber. Not a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
There
You
go.
can't do that.
And let's
That's
be
the
honest.
thing. Yeah.
And 10 feet away, it makes a hell of a mess, too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a distinct
That's why they call them scatter guns.
there's a distinct sound when you take a pump 12 gauge.
Oh yeah,
You don't know whether the shell went in that chamber or not.
that's
Yeah, you
right.
can, yeah, exactly.
You
Sounds exactly the
stand there
same.
and question it? No, I give up.
Well, it's like I said, all I have in the house right now is my crossbow, but I'll tell you, I can load that thing pretty damn quick.
Man, if you can hunt with a crossbow, Brian, more power to you, man, because that is a hell of an art.
Oh yeah, I
mean,
actually know a guy, Chris, that can actually he uses a longbow, and he literally shoots ducks and pheasant and partridge out of the sky with it, man.
what?
Yeah, he hits them every time. Every time he
Man.
goes, dude, you're gonna lose all your arrows, and he never does. He downs them right out of the sky, man.
Damn.
I don't know how
That's
he got
skill.
that good. I tried. I lost about 6 or 7 arrows, and I said, no more. They're like $30 a piece, them arrows.
Yeah. And then, like, ammunition that you buy by box,
Mm-hmm.
arrows add up quick.
Oh yeah, you get 3 arrows for like $60 here.
What?
Yeah.
I bet you the
3
price of
of
those
them.
have gone up, right?
Oh yeah, 3 of them in a pack now. You used to get 6 or 7 in a package for like 15 or $20. Now it's like, wow. But
Yeah,
mind
man,
you,
sounds-
they're made better now too, eh?
Sounds like they're trying to turn you into England.
Yeah, I think so.
No
Hey,
guns,
Tim.
no bows, no weapons of any kind.
Mm-hmm. But look at England. Look what they're going through.
Yeah, when they go through terrorist attack, man, can't nobody defend themselves.
That's right. And that's
All you know-
sad.
It is.
Like that's something that our prime minister actually done here too, eh? Was he took away all the self-defense in Canada. So say me and you have something against each other, eh, Chris, and we see each other on the street and we start fighting it out. If we're caught by a cop, we both go to jail. There's no he started it, there's no self-defense at all in Canada no more.
That's
When he took that out, I said, you know what? My self-defense, I was born with self-defense and I'll die with it. If anybody comes into my house and I happen to hurt him in self-defense, that's exactly how to be put in the courts.
it's a slippery slope, man.
Oh, it is.
And by the way, you're going down the slope, so hold tight.
Oh, I know we are. We're sliding quick, man.
And you know what the saddest part is? It'll get to a point to where either you'll just become complacent and just be used to it, kind of like how England is, and just accept it, or
Right.
you'll rebel. And rebellion, the more technologically advanced we get, the less likely you are to riot and try to
Right.
get your rights back.
Exactly.
That's why I think Americans would like not allow that to happen from the beginning, because we know once we lose it, we'll probably never get it again.
You're right, Brian, and you are too, Chris. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's like a one time or none kind of deal.
Yep, exactly.
Like the minute that Trudeau said, no, I made a law, no more guns, if everybody had stood up and marched right to the parliament and said, excuse me, things might have been different.
Oh yeah.
But
I know he tried I don't know whether it was Trudeau that tried it. I think it was actually. But he's tried this twice, eh? And the first time all the hunters actually got all together for it, eh? And a whole bunch of homeowners and stuff, and they stopped it. So hopefully it happens again this time too.
does Canada have like an NRA or a version of it?
I don't think so.
You know the NRA, right?
Yep, that's
Okay.
what you need. need to get your guns and stuff.
Well, the NRA,
Right?
no. The NRA is the National Rifle Association.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's just a whole bunch of gun owners that got together and made a club, and the
Right. There
club
is
spread
that
to where.
here.
Do
Yes. We have
you have
that
one of
here.
those?
Yes, we do.
Oh, good. You need to be
Yeah.
writing them.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No, Brian, tell us. Why was open carry outlawed in California?
Yeah, I don't know. Why was it? It's a good question.
I
That
didn't
is.
know it was.
I didn't either. It's open
See,
carry in Tennessee.
that's something I was going to go for this year was my open carry license, But I don't even know if I can go for that now.
From my understanding, if Trudeau outlawed it, then I don't
Yeah.
think you can.
Huh.
He
Yeah,
literally stripped your rights, your core
I'll be
rights away
writing.
from you.
Yep, I'll be writing a letter myself. I'll tell you. As a
Bro,
hunter, it's our right to be able to do this in Canada, and in the States, in any country, it's the right to protect yourself. You know.
You know what would really save the day is if your Canadian NRA versions reached out a hand to American NRA and said, "We need your help."
Yep.
I bet you'd be surprised how many United States citizens would cross that line with their guns.
Oh yes, I
It
agree,
would help.
man.
I'd
I
be there.
totally
I'd help you.
agree.
If the NRA started organizing it, I'd be in there.
Oh yeah.
It's your right, man. And the more gun owners to show up, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I totally agree.
That's the one thing I want to get good at, by the way, is bow hunting.
Oh yeah.
It's
I've tried the compound bow, and I just can't do it with my shoulder anymore, But I'll tell you, this one guy I know, he is so good with that compound bow. There's a guy I watched on YouTube too. He's an older guy. He's been shooting with compound for a while. He can literally shoot a dime out of the air with his compound bow.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine being that good to hit it? Like he throws two up and he hit them both. He waited for him to line up and he followed him down and he shot and the arrow went right through both the dimes. Yeah. Unreal. I couldn't believe he done it.
I don't have the accuracy skill. I swear, if I was born 500 years ago, I would have been an archer, man. I've pulled back my compound bow and I've driven an arrow so deep into an oak tree, it couldn't come out.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I drove it halfway through an oak tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oak is one of the hardest woods on the planet.
Is so.
I drove it halfway into a 8-foot around diameter tree.
Wow.
That arrow didn't come out. You'd have to cut the tree down to get the arrow out.
That's right. And then you'd have to chip the arrow out of the tree. Yeah, that's unreal, man. There's a lot of power behind one of them,
No, it was like dude, I have that muscle, man. Every time we go to the gym, there's that machine. Hang on, let me get back on the camera here. There's a machine where you go like this.
Yep.
And there's one where you pull down like this.
Yep.
Every time the one that was like making these muscles, the ones that draw back the bow.
Yep.
I was doing the whole stack.
Nice.
And even my buddy who is like stronger than me this way and everything, he can only do a half the stack. It's something about these muscles, man. They have
you're constantly working them too, Like if you're working out before you go out hunting with your bow, right? You've already worked that muscle, so now you're working it even more when you're pulling the crossbow back, right? Or the compound bow. So I mean, we're working at double team, where your buddy's probably only working out with the weights, right? So yeah, I can see it being different.
It's good. Hey, man, it's good in a battlefield to pierce through armor, man. Not so good when you're hunting, though.
That's
you
right.
You got to be precise, not hard.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, driving an arrow through the deer's skull, yeah, it'll kill it. But honestly, just being able to hit it in the right spot's more important than driving the arrow through it.
That's right.
So I'm trying to get more accurate.
I'm not perfect. I've missed quite a few deer, believe me.
But at least you usually can get 2 or 3 shots off sometimes if you're lucky.
Right. Well, I've had somewhere I've shot three arrows at a deer, and I missed it every friggin' time because it was a little bit too far away. But the thing sat there while I reloaded, just sat there watching me. I thought, wow, is this thing already dead and just standing up or what?
Well, I'm telling. Apparently, that whipping noise of it going through the woods and hitting a tree wasn't startling enough Fire a 30-06.
Oh yeah.
Everything within a half a mile is gone.
Yep. My
Fucking
30-30
snakes are
was
running
like
away.
that up north. Yep.
I think that's
It
one of the
just-
biggest difference.
Oh, it is so.
But that just having that skill, even if you can't hunt right now, like Kim, it's hard for you to hunt. But at least if you have the skill set, you can either teach somebody how to get you food,
Right.
or you can force yourself to go out and do it. Like if you
That's
don't have a
right.
choice, even if you got to just go into the woods 100 feet and just sit there patiently and wait.
Oh yeah.
You know what a lot of people forget about us fat people? When it takes us longer to starve to death than it does you.
Yep.
If you're 150 pounds and I'm 300 pounds, I can go a whole lot longer without food than you can.
You can so.
And I can sit there. And by the way, after a week, you don't feel hungry anymore. The hunger pains go away. You don't feel
Right.
anything. You don't feel like you have a stomach.
That's right.
But to get through that week, man, you'll want to eat rubber.
Oh yeah.
By the
Everything's
third
all
day.
good. Yeah, I hear you.
That stuff underneath the fridge you're not sure about after 6 days.
It's gonna look pretty good.
I'm just chat,
I hear you.
Brian. I'm just reading chat and letting everybody talk.
Hey Tim,
Yeah.
my 30-30 I use up north. I love that for deer hunting. With
Yeah.
that 30-30 and the scope I had on it, Tim, I could literally light a wooden match at 100 yards.
Yeah, Chris. As long as we got water.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's why I watch all these end of the world videos, and it shows one of the things that people will die the most from is when they trample through my woods trying to kill something, they're just going to end up killing each other because they don't know how to hunt.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, my big ass is going to sit down on my couch and patiently watch as you all kill each other. I'll be hungry, but I know I can live a whole lot longer, so I'll just wait until y'all kill each other, because the only thing you're going to do when you start running through these woods is scare everything.
Mm-hmm.
So after a couple of weeks, you all are dead, and the grounds calm down, and the animals start to come back.
Right.
I'll go hunting, and I'll bring home something because I know how to hunt. You know what hunting is? It's like fishing.
Yep.
It's a game of patience.
It is so.
Dude,
When you got
you can-
patience at either one, you're gonna starve.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, and when I say patience, I don't just mean like, at least with fishing, you can move around the boat a little bit. When you're
Right.
hunting, you really want to be as anaerobic as possible.
Oh yeah, you want to be as still as a tree.
Yep. And man,
And
all of a
that's
sudden,
not
you get,
easy.
it's really not. You start getting that itchy feeling, like you just got to
Oh
itch your
yeah,
body.
yep.
You cough once because your throat was tickly.
Yep. And there goes that one deer that was just ready to come out into the field, eh?
Now you gotta wait
That's
5
what I
more
always
hours.
think every time I cough out there or I sneeze, I think, shit, there goes that deer that was just coming out. He's back in the woods now.
But if you can manage to control yourself long enough, be patient enough, a little bit of Lady Luck's with you,
Oh
your
yeah.
guns with you, or your bows with you, you're eating.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just, man, it's not easy. It's a lot easier to go to Walmart and grab a steak.
Right.
You don't think about all the work that has to go involved with that if you can't just go this. And then you got to gut it all and clean it all. And
I
unless
got it
you know
right there in the bush.
Oh, I know. That's just like somebody was talking about going fishing. They didn't get nothing. Brian's the one that's saying that.
Yeah, I mean,
I go to Captain D's. I get, you know.
Yeah, but Captain D's different. He always restocks his pond, Kim.
yeah, he's a jerk.
Exactly.
No challenge.
Mm-hmm. See, Captain D always restocks his pond, Kim.
He does.
Yeah,
I
the
thought the whole
government,
point-
the M&R don't restock the ponds all the time, man. We got to wait
Sure
for them to, to build up.
They're not letting you go inside yet.
I thought
No.
going fishing was just an excuse to drink a beer and have a doob.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you can
Me and Jen actually, or me and my friend that comes here,
drive through though.
right? Me and my friend that comes here, he's actually my mechanic, but we became good friends. I just met him not too long ago. And we went out fishing the other day, and the little bugger got a nice trout, nice speckled trout, about like that, eh? I went out the next day. I never caught nothing that day. So me and Jen walked down the next day. I thought, well, we'll see if there's any more in the hole, eh? We walked for probably 3 hours and I never caught a damn thing. But he was using a fly rod too, eh? Made a big difference, I think. But yeah, the rivers around here, they're full of brook trout, eh? Every river you go to's got brook trout in it, but they're hard to get to bite.
Wow.
You know, this is no knock on anywhere where anybody lives. This is just why I love where I live.
Yep.
I live in the northeast corner of town. I live near Dollywood and Knoxville.
Oh,
My
nice.
land, yes, sir. I have mountains, I have hills, I have rivers, I have lakes,
Oh,
I have
Chris,
ponds.
I would love to see any of that in the morning out one of my windows, man.
I love brother. That's one of the things I love doing, man, is having a cup of coffee on the front porch and watching the sun come up over the mountains.
Oh, that'd be so gorgeous in the morning, man. That really would.
If you're ever in Tennessee, look me up.
Yeah, I will for sure.
But I got lakes to fish in. I got lands to hunt on. My ground is fertile. So I have to add some dirt because it's very heavy in clay, so it retains a lot of
Right.
moisture. But the nutrients are there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So a little bit of mix in the soils, things grow. The temperatures gets not unbearable hot in the summer, but gets pretty hot.
Oh
The
yeah.
winters can get freezing cold, but usually don't. I get snow. I don't get hurricanes. I don't get earthquakes. I don't really get tornadoes.
Exactly.
Tornadoes can happen here, but when they
Very
form on top,
seldom. Very seldom they happen. They're like here, eh? We don't get them much here, but we get them all around us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that'd be a gorgeous place to wake up every morning, Chris, for sure.
most times it sure is.
We went to Pigeon Forge not too long ago. In fact, there's a picture.
Nice.
Sorry.
I'll bet that was a fun trip, eh, Kim?
Yeah, but it was so damn expensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't even travel around the block without spending $100 anymore.
Oh yeah. I think that was that dinner show
Okay.
like $100 and some.
yeah, I believe it. That goes for you too, Kim. If you're ever in Tennessee, look me up. I have a room. I always have a room available.
Yep, us too. We got 2 extras.
Well, I don't know if you'd want to sleep in my gaming room, but I mean, I guess you could. But it gets warm in here with all the computers and video games.
Hey, if you got a pool table, I'd be happy, man. Stretch out, I'd be sleeping.
I've almost. Oh, let me turn the camera on. I almost had the pool set up.
Yeah.
No billiards, but hey, I got a pool soon.
Hey, there you go. That's
Hey,
even
man,
better.
those are hard to get right now in the United States. Try getting a pool.
Yes, they are. I know.
I mean, you're talking a $500 pool at Walmart is now $2,000
Yep.
Wow.
for the same pool. We're not talking
And
some
why is,
upgrade.
right. Why is that, Chris? Because of the
well,
COVID. Everything's going boom, way up in price.
Well, everybody's staying.
oh, I know.
And that's
You
not
should
right.
No, you should see the crap, by the way, that's selling out of stores. Things that make no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like try going getting things like certain fencing materials or plants, just weird little things that you're used to just being there that all of a sudden they're all sold out and you're like, huh? Like that blew my mind. Like the pools I understood, but like I went into Home Depot I don't know if you know what a JP box is. It's the one that kind of makes this L shape that you can pull the wire one way and then twist it and push it in. You
Right.
usually see them on the connections to houses that go from the meter box to inside your house.
Right.
Thank you, Bigfoot.
Well, normally my Lowe's has them by the boatload. For some reason, they were all sold out, but they had a few of the metal ones.
Right.
But I mean, like stuff like that isn't getting stocked because it's selling out. But like, why are JP L bends for electrical all sold out? Is
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
suddenly doing electrical work?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Like some things I get, certain kinds of meats and pool, which the meat thing I don't completely understand, but like pools, entertainment devices, like, dude, I went to Walmart and the whole PlayStation aisle was cleared out. It looked like a mob hit it.
Wow.
About all the gaming systems, all of the headphones, basically everything that involved either gaming, all the Microsoft gaming stuff, the Xbox stuff was all sold out.
Wow.
My Walmart was sold out of guns and ammo.
Right. Huh.
Protests.
Well, Canadian Tire here has a lot of guns, but I don't know how long they're going to be selling them.
Shoot, you can buy a gun now, man. Buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking Trudeau.
Oh, I know.
I like to punch that guy for you.
Oh, I'd love every time I see him on the TV, I want to reach in and grab him by the throat.
I love how he's pandering to Black Lives Matter. I just love it. I love it. Oh, because you got caught with blackface, so now like somehow you're gonna kiss the ass of BLM, like that's somehow gonna make you better.
Exactly.
Why don't you shut up?
Shit for him.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, don't take this personally because it's not meant personally, Brian. But Trudeau, it's not even your country, man.
Exactly.
Why are you defending BLM? And dude, shut up. Just shut up.
Yep.
We don't even want our politicians talking about this. Our own politicians, just shut up.
Exactly.
We're
totally agree.
Right now in the United States, it's a big cluster F, is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many messages are getting so twisted up.
Oh yeah,
so
well, it
many
goes from
groups of
this
people.
guy, then it's got extra added onto it from this guy, and so on down. By the time it hits the guy it needs to hear, it's so freaking big and full of shit that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, even George Floyd's brothers, like, stop with the looting and rioting. Stop.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't understand what that's going to do.
You know what that is, right? That's Antifa and a few other groups, BLM included, that's hijacking the protesters' message and twisting it all up. They're using it as coverage.
Now, I do agree, though, Kim, with the protesting because they're doing it for that colored guy that was killed by the officer. Now, I watched that whole thing, Kim, when he arrested that guy.
Don't burn a person's place down.
Well, no, you don't do that. I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that at all. The looting and stuff is wrong, but if you want to protest, then do it peacefully. You don't have to smash windows and burn things. Do it peacefully, and you get a lot more done that way, right?
That one guy's store, he was black. They burned his place down.
Yep. I know, I've seen that.
That's what I was telling you about, Kim. I guess that black life didn't matter because he was a cop.
Exactly. But I don't care if you're black, purple, pink, or polka dotted. We're all the same. We all bleed the same color blood. We're all human. There should be no racism in this world whatsoever anymore. From anybody, cops or civilians.
You want to know the truth of it? And this is what people don't like to hear. It's the truth. There is this thing that exists in our world. It's what's the word? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. It's like culturism. Like we identify and are most comfortable with our own race, our own religion, and people get that mistaken for racism.
Right.
Because if you say, I prefer the company of white people, oh, that means you don't feel comfortable around black people, therefore you must be a racist.
Right.
It's like, no, I'm just more comfortable around my own kind.
Right.
And all of a sudden saying the word my kind is offensive to people.
Jerry.
And you're right there, Chris. It does. They do get offended a lot anymore.
Tribalism. That's what's called.
Exactly.
Tribalists. You got to realize that for hundreds of thousands of years, women have been separated by vast distances. Like a tribe in Africa would be very unlikely to see a white European man 400 years ago.
Exactly.
Now it's just common. Now we're all just thrown in the mix over the course of 200 years, and we're just all of a sudden supposed to forget about something that we've learned over millions of years of evolution.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The human race doesn't work that way. And if you do think that, then you're stupid.
Oh, yeah, you are. Yep. I agree.
The thing is, people are so scared to talk about these things because they don't want to be marked as something that they're not.
Right.
And that's sad because it does all of it does mankind a whole disservice when we cannot answer these questions that have been sought for forever.
Right.
When you're too scared to look for the answers, you stop caring about the questions.
You're so right, Chris. Hey, Jerry, how are you tonight? Brian, Christy, haven't really said hi to the chat. Hi, chat.
I like peeking in on them every now and then.
Oh, yeah. You have to, man.
And I'm not a racist, by the way. I just don't
Oh,
like.
I'm not
stupid-
racist either, but I mean, there are certain things, you know, but I mean, the way it's been going, it's just getting way out of hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. I take that back. I despise Haitians.
Right.
Not because they're black, because they're Haitians, because they're unbelievably stupid.
That's right.
And there are some smart ones. But man, unless you lived in an area where you have a bunch of them and have to service them on a daily basis, like a gas station clerk or something, don't you tell me you understand.
Right.
Because I just don't like them as a people, as a nationality.
Okay.
Like I can say I hate Germans.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I hate white people. I just happen to hate the people of Germany.
Right.
Black people, I have black friends. I listen to black songs, watch black programming, doesn't bother me.
Yep.
I have many friends who I go over and talk to, and we have a good time. And
Yep. I hear you. Doesn't mean you're prejudiced because you don't like one certain type of person, eh?
yeah, just
I mean,
because
there's people like that. There's people like that all over the world, but I mean, the way the thing I'm getting at is the prejudice talk that's going on right now is what's getting out of hand. They're pushing it way over the board. You know what I mean? Way overline.
And the majority of like far groups, Antifa, the KKK, and so on and so forth, skinheads, they represent such a small percentage
They do
of the
so.
American people, and people get it confused. And it's not. I'm not a member of the KKK.
Me either.
I don't go on lynchings. I have no problems with black people.
Right.
I don't get it. I don't get where all of this division and all this hate. Well, I know where it's coming from. It's to keep us distracted, is what it is.
Exactly.
Look over here. Don't look over there. Look over here. Look, shiny, new.
Yep.
Because think
Yeah,
about
I
it.
hear you.
We're all paying attention to all this. We're not paying attention to much else. We're blind at all that moves because we're fixated.
That's right.
And you should have, and you as human beings, not just as Americans, as Canadians, as Britons, you as human beings should have the right to question everything around you.
Oh, for sure we should.
And I'm telling you, it's
But they're
getting to that
taking
point
all
where
them
they're trying
rights away. That's the problem. See, they
I
don't
don't
like
know
it.
anymore.
I think myself, our prime minister and whoever else wants to take rights away like that, they don't like the fact that people are starting to speak up.
That's
And
what
I
it
think
sounds.
that's the whole kit and caboodle, eh? But I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah, Grizz, I do think
I don't know
that
what to think of the world anymore, really, Chris. I really don't. It's all gone freaking turned upside down is what it's done.
Oh yeah.
Upside down, inside
But
out.
you know, all
Yeah.
of this that's going on, we still have that virus out there, people.
Sure
Right.
do. And you just wait. How many people have been protesting? Enough, right?
A bunch.
Enough to where if they start going home soon, you better hope they stay clustered and keep protesting for the next, I don't know, 6 weeks.
Yep. I agree, Chris.
Yeah, I think if they all keep protesting for about 6 weeks, then the virus is going to stay kind of in their little group.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as if they start breaking up, like if a week from now the protests stop and everybody goes home, my God, that's going to create a mess.
Oh, it is so.
It's so, you thought the first round was bad. Oh God, no. Think about it. Think about how close these protesters are together.
Mm-hmm.
how many
they're
there are.
within inches. They're
Inches.
touching some of them, you know.
Oh, they're shoulder to shoulder, moving
Oh,
down
yeah.
the street, giant waves.
I told Jen when I seen that on the news tonight, all them protesters, I said, whoa,
Be happy
you're
you live
in
in
about a week, you're going to hear about a great big climb of freaking COVID.
Be happy you live in Canada.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Be
we're
happy
getting it
right
here
now.
too, just as bad, man, believe me.
Oh shoot!
But
Not
I
like
mean,
you live from
it's
home.
going to get worse. You know what you know what I mean? If they keep
Yeah,
getting together like this and gathering up like that, they're just going to keep it in the air. Where
Well,
if they stay in like we are, it'll eventually die off because there's nothing to keep it going.
I just hope none of those protesters are going home to you Canadas. Because man,
Yeah, me too.
think about it: 10,000 people all of a
They
sudden
can
breaking
stay the
up
hell
into
over
31
there.
states.
You can have them, Chris. I don't want them, man.
You guys did hear that George Floyd did test positive
Positive
for the
for.
virus.
Did he
For what?
really?
That's what
For
they
what?
said.
Oh, won't that be justice? Won't that be justice? Oh, I hope I see that.
So them cops was exposed.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
He was
I did not
inches from
say
his
that
mouth.
he had the
But
virus.
myself,
Tested positive.
right. But myself, Kim, that cop that had his knee on that guy's neck, look, watching him die, he even put more pressure. You could see when he added more pressure right on the video. You could see his whole body go down, eh?
Yeah, I
Now,
see.
that right there, the guy was telling him minutes before that, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Now, that to me, if you're willing to put your knee even harder on a guy that's telling you he can't breathe, that's premeditated murder as far as I'm concerned. So why wouldn't that cop get charged with murder and get more than a suspension without pay? He should have been put in jail to show
You
these
didn't
other
hear?
cops the same thing. They can't do
Ryan,
that.
Ryan, you didn't hear?
That's
Dude,
right,
they
Gary.
charged him with second-degree murder.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
Oh
Good.
yeah.
They
They got,
I'm glad
they got
they
the
did.
other three on aiding and abetting something. They're facing 5 to 15 years apiece. And the one
Awesome.
that killed Floyd is facing second degree, third degree murder. I think they have a bunch of charges, but second degree murder, they can't go any higher because
Right.
if he had woken up in the morning and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go kill a black guy," and then
Yeah.
had killed Floyd, it'd be first degree murder.
Right.
But because,
Well, I'm glad they got something out of it anyway.
dude, that carries a death sentence.
Yep. That's good. It
First
does.
degree, second degree murder carry the death sentence, which is probably what's going to happen.
Oh, probably. Well, he's got a death sentence as soon as he steps into jail anyway. He's an ex-cop.
He ain't in
He ain't gonna
general pop,
last
dude.
long in there.
Dude, he ain't in general pop. He's under 24 hours isolation.
Yeah, but
They
they'll
can't-
still get him. They'll still get a hold of it. If they want him in jail, they'll get him, man. Believe me. The word goes around from cell to cell in a jail, just like it does in a little town. Somebody say, "Hey, did you see what happened over here?" Yeah, I seen it. It was actually over there. You know what I mean?
I guess it really does depend on really careful manipulation because
Mhm.
no, he's not in general pop. I guarantee you, he's in.
Oh no,
private
he's in
isolation
protected custody for sure.
Yeah, 24/7. The only ones that interact with him are going to be corrections officers.
Right.
So there'd only be two ways to get him from the inside. Either one, a corrections officer is going to have to kill him, or two, they're going to have to set it up to where somehow a violent inmate passes him, which if he's under 24/7, they can't do that. Or if
Right.
an inmate dressed as a cop, but nobody's going to go through that elaborate of a detail to kill him.
No, not in jail. They won't.
I think if he's going to die in jail, it's going to be after he's sentenced.
Probably.
It's
And
not
if
going
he
to
don't
happen
do it
now.
himself, you know
It's
what
too
I mean?
obvious.
He might end up committing suicide in there. You never know, right?
He might. You never know. This may be one of the, like this was telling Carter to Kim about when it started. This is one of the few times I can remember all of the American people pretty much all being in agreement and being pissed.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of any other time anybody's died when we were this irritated.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask most black people, they'll tell you it's because he was black, he was targeted, and a white cop killed him. We talk to most white people, they just are pissed because a human being died like that.
Right.
But that's what I mean. But we all agree the same thing. Somebody died that shouldn't have died that way. When you hear somebody crying for their mom, that ripped my heart out.
Oh yeah.
because I can imagine. I have a big problem. I can feel empathy, like
Oh yeah.
more than normal people, like more than average person. Like I can
Right.
put myself in your shoes, and I
Okay.
can just imagine. Somebody not imagine being Floyd, but I can imagine
Right.
the feeling of somebody having their knee on my neck, and man, that's a horrible way to die.
Oh, it is. It is.
That's like holding somebody underwater.
Yep. Be a very
It's
scary way of going too, you know.
I can't believe nobody in the crowd tackled him.
I would have, I think. I would have walked up and booted him in the head or done something to get him off him, you know.
Maybe
So
they were
what if
worried
you
that they would
started
be.
to save the guy's life?
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I bet you the people that were watching were thinking that, man, if I do that, that's what they're going to do to me, and
Right.
nobody wanted to take the risk. And they were too scared to do it.
Right.
I can't. But
Well,
his other cops, what I mean, none of you would say this is
was he
What's that, Kim? What's that?
Rodney King? Wasn't he white?
Rodney King. No, he was black.
No, he was black.
Okay.
He was the young kid on the bus, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
That cop shot him like 10 or 11 times.
yeah.
Couldn't believe that.
The American people are more mad about Floyd than they were about that.
Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy? I'd
Well,
be more
no,
upset myself personally about the kid being shot than, well, it
No, I
shouldn't
don't.
happen either way. It
I
really
don't think
should.
it was. I don't think it was about the murder as much as it was about how the murder was committed.
Right.
The heinous act of depriving somebody of air with your knee while they beg for you to stop.
Exactly. And he's telling you can't breathe.
Yeah, I think that's why everybody's so mad. Not because he was a black man died by a white cop, or because it was because of the
Right.
horrible way in which he died.
Right.
At least that's why I'm mad about it.
Well, it
Not
makes sense, Chris. It makes sense.
if you're gonna be mad about something, be mad a human being did that to another human being. This isn't the
Exactly.
Renaissance, man.
Exactly.
We're more evolved than that to do that to one of
Yes,
our
we
own.
are. We're not cavemen no more where you got to fight for your home or whatever, right?
Yeah, this isn't Sparta, man.
Exactly.
I think even the
Exactly.
Spartans would have said that would have been a horrible way to die. That's not a warrior's death. That's horrible.
Right,
anything-
Brian. I remember that now. Yep.
If anything can be learned from this, it's maybe that they'll learn that they're not superheroes. They are
Right.
men and women, flesh and blood, like all the rest of us, wearing a uniform that are
That's
there to
right.
protect us,
Yeah.
not to hurt us. If I do something
see, that's-
stupid,
That's where it's all turned upside down. They're not protecting you anymore. They're just like any cop I see. Yeah, they're harassing. They're doing whatever they can, right, to just get tickets and shit, right? Now I've seen a lot of cops in my day of driving and whatnot, and friends telling me as soon as a cop pulls you over, the first thing they do here in Canada, when they get out of their car, they got their gun on their hand on the revolver. What's that going to make the guy in the car think right away? Well, is this a real cop or is this a guy that wants to shoot me? Why is he holding his gun? You know what I mean? There's too much of that going on. They're getting too gun happy, these cops around here.
and I'm telling you, it's sad.
It is sad. Very sad.
If there's anything, like I said, that can be learned from this, it's that now we can all have a discussion, and maybe they'll learn that you need to treat people just like I've never been a firm believer in the way the law system works in this country.
Oh, me either.
You're innocent till you're proven guilty, right?
That's
And
not the way it goes, though, Chris. You're guilty until proven
proven
innocent.
innocent, right? Because up until the point to where a judge says, yeah, he did it, or a jury or a judge says, yeah, he did it, you should be treated as a person that is free.
That's right.
Now, if let's say you did commit the crime, but you should be booked, put into jail, where they take all your information, take your fingerprints,
Right.
and then let you out. No money. Just say, you're on the books. If you're not here at this day, you will be automatically presumed guilty. You will have
Exactly.
a warrant issued for you, and you'll be placed under arrest. And people go,
Exactly.
well, then violent criminals would run. Then they'd run. But if you're really innocent, then you're innocent.
That's right. And you're not going to run if you're innocent.
Yeah, but guilty people run when they claim to be innocent. I get that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the argument can be made, well, Yeah, he committed a murder, but he's innocent to proven guilty. He's going to let a murderer go?
Right.
Yeah, but he can be watched. Well, I mean, he can't be watched. I don't. It's not a perfect system.
No, it's not. Never has
Maybe it
been.
should, maybe it should be based on the severity of your crime,
That might be a better way to go, Chris. There might be.
or maybe change it to where you're guilty till presumed innocent. This way, you're at least accurately representing the law.
Right. But now down here, I don't know if they work the same way in the States yet or not, Chris, or even if they ever have. But down here, the way the cops work down here, hey, Chris, say I went out and I broke the law 20 years ago. I haven't done anything against the law since then. They use that against you. If a crime comes up in Canada here, or the States, as far as I know, I could be wrong, let me know if I am. If you're anywhere close to that crime is close to what you've done and they find you and they you're just walking down the street doing nothing, they come up to you and hey, where were you this night? And they don't believe what you say. They arrest you on that, and you might not even be the guy that done it just because you had that type of thing on your record.
The only thing I know that's close to that in the U.S. is if you are charged with a crime when
Right.
you are younger, like let's say you're 18 and you, I don't know, you got caught smoking dope, went to jail for it, got charged with it.
Right.
You plead no contest and it's expunged. Okay? If 15 years down the road you get popped for smoking pot again and they bring you a bunch of charges for it, they can unseal that and bring it up front and center.
Right.
But will they just randomly arrest you on the street for something you did 20 years ago? No, not as far as I know.
Yeah. They do
I
here.
mean, murder
Like,
and
I'm
rape,
not saying
yes.
that. Right. I'm not saying
Murder,
that
rape.
this guy done it. Right. Just for instance, Joe Blow. Okay, he went over and robbed the bank. He done that 15 years ago, but he hasn't done anything since. He got out of jail. He's been clean ever since. Say he's been clean for 10 years, right? No trouble,
Right.
no nothing. Well, if another guy robs a bank and they find this Joe Blow and he's got the same bank robbery thing on his, they'll take him in for questioning. And if he doesn't answer every question right, he's getting charged with that. And the guy that actually done it is running free.
No, that doesn't exist like that.
Oh, that happens here all the time, man.
No, in fact, you got God bless America because our laws are so wonky that depending on what your crime is and the severity of your crime will
Right.
hold weight.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's say you got in a physical altercation with somebody 5 years ago. Well,
Yep.
that statute holds a 5-year limitation. So if you do not bring charges up within 5 years, you don't get to charge me with that.
Right.
Let's say that you sexually abuse somebody. You don't rape them, but you sexually abuse them when they're 16.
Right.
Well, they're 25 and they want to press charges now, but damn, you hit the 7-year statute of limitations.
Right.
The only two laws that I know for a fact in the United States that carry no time limit are murders and violent rapes. They have
Right.
no time limit. So if I got caught with, like, smoking pot when I was 18 and then, some random rapes happen and they, I'm in that neighborhood. Oh, I completely lost track of my brain. Hold on. No, I got that messed up. If I were to have raped somebody when I was 18
Right.
and never got caught, and at 40 years old, the woman wanted to press charges because she's finally lived with it long enough and it was a violent rape, then it doesn't matter because they'll come knocking on my door
Right.
and they'll ask for my DNA. They'll bring up sentences, and if they feel like they can press charges, they will.
Right.
But that's just like rape. Or if I kill somebody and I get away with it, but 30 years down the road, they find a piece of evidence
Right.
that links me to it, they can charge me at any time.
Yeah.
But that's it. But those are like the only two crimes I know that extend. Man, I got that all twisted up at first, didn't I?
Yeah, that's all right. We're understanding.
I've been up too long.
Yeah, I just woke up from a nap. Actually, I get up anywhere from 3 to 4 in the morning every morning. Doesn't matter if I go to bed at 1 in the morning. I'm up at 3 or 4.
Well, I've adjusted my sleeping pattern. I'm now going to bed at 10 o'clock and getting up at 6 o'clock. And I'm used to going to bed at 4 o'clock and waking up at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So my
That's a
brain
hard
is
thing to get out of. Hard thing to
Yeah.
switch your brain around to doing, eh?
Yeah, it's the mornings, man. It's like 7 to noon. I walk around like a zombie.
Yep.
Even after 4 cups of coffee. Interesting thing about coffee, in case you guys didn't know, and you can look it up for yourselves. There are 2 variant of the caffeine gene in the human body. One is the slow gene and one is the fast gene. If you have the slow gene, 1 cup of coffee and you're like all over the place, but it will severely negatively affect you overall in the long run. People
Right.
with the fast variant of the same gene can drink 6 cups of coffee and barely feel it.
Yep.
And
That's the
it's
way
shown
I
to
am.
have and it's shown to have no long-term side effects.
Yeah, I drink coffee all day long. That's all I drink. I don't drink water, which I got to start. I know water's important for you.
Okay,
But I mean, I can drink a cup of coffee 5 minutes before I go to bed and sleep, not a problem.
Brad, what kind of coffee do you drink?
Me?
Yes,
I drink instant coffee, Nescafe.
Nescafe.
I used to
Yeah.
drink that. I
I
got rich
love it,
blood.
Chris. I love it.
No, I've been having that rich blood, man. I've been doing the Keurig machine. I've been doing.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, what kind of coffee do you drink? I'll tell
Oh,
you.
bro,
drink.
I've been drinking maple pecan, caramel apple, and a sweet brown sugar cookie.
Nice.
Okay.
And they're little K cups, but man, they're or no brown crumble. I'm on brown sugar crumble donuts.
Okay.
Oh man,
We have K-cups, but our main coffee, we have the Folgers Black Silk.
that's good coffee.
So when you was talking about slow moving, fast moving, which does that fall under?
Well, it's not about that. It's how if you drink 3 cups of coffee one after another within a half-hour period, how do you feel? Do you feel like normal, or do you feel like you're going to run around in circles?
I feel normal.
How about 6 cups of coffee in a 2-hour period? Normal?
Wait a minute. I don't drink 6 cups of coffee.
Well, let's say you did.
Okay. As a rule, okay, let me tell you what I do, and then we'll go on this.
Sure.
This cup here is a quarter of a cup or a quarter of a pot.
Okay. Like
So-
2.5 cups.
So usually I drink 2 of them.
Okay. Can you drink coffee before you go to bed and still go to bed fine?
Sometimes, yes.
Me too, Brian.
Okay. Then it sounds like you have the fast variant.
Yep.
It depends on how the caffeine affects you. Like it seems like people with the fast variant, it doesn't matter how much caffeine you consume, you never get that like tweet caffeine buzz high where you're just like,
Right. I never get that.
no, you're just normal. You feel like if you're lucky,
Of course,
you get that
like I
normal.
said, I drink it from morning till night, eh? Now, Kim, can you drink a cup of coffee, say half an hour before you go to bed and sleep okay?
He said sometimes.
I have trouble sleeping anyhow. So
Yeah, but if you have a cup of coffee before you go to bed, does it make it worse to get to sleep?
not
Like
really,
harder?
not
No?
really.
Yeah, so you
No, you
probably
just
got
have-
fast gene like me then.
But the thing of it is, I have sleep apnea, so that's a problem.
Right.
You know, I bet you if I actually got tested for it, I have it too. I'm sure I do.
Jerry makes him tired.
Yeah. I guess even the fast variant can have like degrees of speed, I guess. I don't know. Because I've known people that can drink way more coffee than me, and they're way drowsier than I am. So, I mean, I guess it depends on how much the caffeine affects you. If you can drink as much as you want, and at no point do you ever get hyped up, you're always either normal or tired still, it sounds like the fast variant to me.
Right.
Like my wife will tell you, sometimes I'll have a cup of coffee literally before I go to bed. Like I will drink my cup of coffee because I'm like, oh crap, I still have a half a cup, and I'll slam it down, walk in the bathroom, hit a little shot glass worth of water because I like to mix a little bit of water before I go to sleep, so it helps lubricate everything, and I go right to sleep within 15, 20 minutes I normally would if I wasn't on coffee. It doesn't matter.
Right.
I drink it for the taste. I don't even drink it for the effect.
Right. The only thing that I have had problems with the coffee, they tell me that I'm dehydrated.
Yeah, it's a diuretic. In fact, have you ever noticed that after you drink 2 cups of coffee, you have to like immediately, like when you have to piss now. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I can wait 5 minutes.
Yep.
Like, I had 2 cups of coffee and I took the old lady to Walmart, and because of the COVID crap, they have the garden section open for exit only. Right? So I parked by the garden section thinking it was open. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna run in the garden section and run back down the sidewall and back the back wall and right into the bathroom. This way nobody will be in my way. And it says exit only. I went, son of a. And I started walking towards the entrance of the course. You know, at Walmart, they have the 2 sliding glass door entrances, and then they have the doors you can manually open on the sides, kind of near the carts.
Right.
Those side doors were locked too. So I had to go all the way around their barricade, go into the store. And then, of course, as soon as I get in the store, I can't cut across the front to go right to the bathrooms. Oh, no. I have to go down an aisle. I looked at the woman. I said, ma'am, I'm either going to pee on your floor because I'm barely going to make it. I mean, no, but after 2 cups of coffee, when you first wake up, the last thing you want to do is run an obstacle course.
Oh yeah, for sure. I never make it.
I was surprised, man. I figured it'd be dripping out from the bottom of my pants leg.
Oh yeah.
Our Walmart, when you go in the indoor, you make a hard left and it's right there.
Oh, that's nice. Mine's like most of them. There's one in the front, one in the very back, and they're both in the middle, front, middle, back.
Right. But the bigger stores, you got to go in after you did that loopity-loop and walk halfway down before you can get to the bathroom.
Do y'all want to know how crazy retail gets? Everything in that store, at every Walmart, every Target, is specifically engineered where it is for a reason. Even the layout of the bathrooms. There's a reason why they don't put them on the sides.
Right.
Because one, you're either going to have to, you either get convenient, you're allowed to use the bathroom before you leave, or it'll draw you into the store and make you want to buy something. But they don't want you to be able to go right in and right out. They want to force you to have to go to the middle of the store in the front. So you're like, oh, wow, that woman's buying that. You know what?
Yeah, I'll have to come back and look at that. Yeah, I hear you.
The color of the tiles, the height of the ceiling folds,
Right.
everything is engineered. I used to work for
All right.
Nikon doing it. I worked for a company called Sycon, and they did a lot of work with Walmart, Target, and big retail stores. And bro, you should have seen their plans. When I saw the master plans, it was ridiculous.
I'll bet. Yeah. I agree with that, Grizz. Happy life, happy wife.
No kidding.
She ain't happy. We're not happy. Believe me.
How do you say it, man? And if she ain't happy long enough, you're unhappy with half of your stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a good one, Chris.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on, not the couch.
I don't get the couch. I get the damn doghouse.
My buddy's ex-wife took the ice tray, just like in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, True Lies. Dude,
Okay.
she literally took out the ice cube trays out of the freezer when she left, when they got divorced. He had to spend a week in jail, and while he was in jail, she packed up the whole house, including the ice trays.
Wow.
She wanted him to know we are done, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, done.
Yep. I ain't coming back for nothing.
And I'm not giving you back your ring. It's going to the pawn shop. Screw
That's
you.
right. Yeah.
Make no mistake, women are far meaner than men.
Oh yes. Oh yes. A lot
And
more
all-
vicious in fights too, eh?
I told people that when the world ends, half of my generals will be women.
Oh yeah, for
And they'll
sure.
get the job done better. All
Yeah.
my spies, women.
Yep.
You know, they have a higher threshold for pain. They're far more cruel when they need to be,
Oh
and they're
yeah.
cunning as hell.
Yep. They are so. I wouldn't want to go up against, say, 50 or 60 of them. I'll tell you that.
There won't be much of you left.
No.
Man.
Anyway, guys, I got to go out and start supper. We're gonna have a barbecue tonight.
Cool.
Second one this year. Kind of nice.
And I'm going to include Kim on a family tradition. Kim,
What's
I'm going
that?
to do my family tradition with you. Hang on, let me turn on the camera. As me and my brothers do, I'm going to smoke my last cigarette with you, then I'm going to go.
Okay.
That's how we do
Sounds
it,
good.
man. We talk on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, and we smoke a cigarette together. When it's done, I'm done.
Yep. I hear you.
Cool. Well,
I've
I
been-
don't smoke, so have at it.
Well, when I'm done with this,
Good for
I'm
you,
going to go,
Kim.
but I'd rather not smoke.
They're cooking meat right now and mashed potatoes.
Nice.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we're gonna have butt chops and
Butt chops.
probably potatoes and yeah. Call them butt chops here.
Yep.
It's off the ass of the pig.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Best
One of the
part,
best
man.
parts. One of the best parts. I don't
It's
know,
always the
man.
best part,
Bacon,
the one that goes over the fence last. Don't you know that?
dude, pork butts and bacon, man. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you call pork butts number one. Bacon's up there too.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I love my bacon.
I gotta make some more hard-boiled eggs. Well, I didn't think of this on my own. Sander Homestead was the
Okay.
name he told me. Put your eggs in the Instapot for 6 minutes, and then put them in cold water. It comes,
Yeah,
shells come right off of them.
sure do.
I'll have to try that. Every time I peel mine, I end up getting some of the white with it, eh? Then you got half an egg by the time you're done peeling it.
You just gotta be careful that skin inside. Once you
Right.
get that broke, man, it comes right off.
Yeah.
Hello, Hallie
Howie, how are you?
and Darren Digital.
Darwin, how's it going?
Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome, both of you.
But anyway, guys, I got to head out and start cooking supper before the wife comes in and strangles me.
Well, thank you for all the Canadian points of view. I needed to hear something.
hey.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Thank you.
Good
Thanks
luck,
for
and
having
I'm
me.
sorry
It's
not to
always
know.
a pleasure. See everybody later in the chat. All have a great night. Stay safe out there.
Okay,
Peace.
Fred.
Good night. Sorry for Trudeau. Peace out.
Peace out.
So tell me one more time, Chris.
Shoot.
I'm going to uninstall this program, and then when I install it, I'm going to click on customize.
Customize and install.
Okay.
And make sure it installs it. Make sure you install it somewhere where you know it will be. So when you have to track it down, it's easier to find the root directory.
Gotcha.
So I just usually put mine in programs. But I mean, you can put it anywhere inside the C drive. It can actually make its own subfolder, so it would be like programs and that. You can literally put it right on top.
Okay, so when I go to all programs and find the program and uninstall,
Yes,
then everything should be gone.
correct. Everything associated with that program, including and limited to that program, should be deleted. Yes,
Okay. So
it's just how I explain it.
I will try this on Pam's computer first,
Okay.
because that's the one I actually need it on, because I still got the Microsoft Picture It program on my computer. This computer I'm talking on.
Okay.
It's a very easy program, but I can't get it to install. I still have the disk and everything, but I can't install it on her computer. If I was to delete it from my computer, I wouldn't be able to install it either. I don't know why. It comes up and it says this program is not supported by 64-bit.
Oh. What bit is the program?
Say it again.
What bit is the program?
Well,
Are you installing a 32-bit program in a 64-bit
could
operating?
be. It could be, but I installed it on both of these computers when we first bought them back in, I think, 2016 or 17.
And it's the exact same software from back then that you're trying to install now?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay, now wait a minute. Yes and no, because Microsoft Picture, I tried to reinstall it on her computer and it won't do it. So that's why I went and bought this Photo Studio,
Photo Studio Express.
which it works, but I just can't get it to be on the page open with. That's the problem. I can't find it.
I would honestly, like I said, just try removing it and reinstalling it.
I will.
Know exactly where it was put and try again. If it still doesn't work, I'll do some more homework since I'm getting up earlier now. I'll be able to catch your lives more often.
But see, the Microsoft Picture, it must have installed it in the right place.
Because you can see it.
Now, okay, Brian, let me put this on the big screen. This is probably 64-bit. This installs perfect and it works.
Okay.
I'm doing this for Brian's benefit because you've already understood what I was talking about. But when I click on a picture and open it up first and right click open with it, it can't find this program.
Right.
Now on my computer, I can right click and Microsoft Picture, it comes up immediately.
Man. I'll have to put some more thought into this.
I'll try her.
Yeah, that's the best thing I can tell you for the moment. I mean, it's not going to hurt it removing and adding.
No.
Well, Kim, I'm going to take off on you.
Okay.
It was a pleasure talking to you as always.
It was. And, you know, when you come on my channel, if you like Trump, that's fine, but I don't.
Oh, I know.
And I will not be voting for him ever. He is crooked. He's a liar. And he's for Trump. He's not for anybody else. He's for Trump.
Yeah, no, that's your prerogative as an American and as a person. You do whatever you feel is right, and it's your channel.
Oh, right.
I was just poking a little bit of fun. I wasn't.
Oh, I know it.
I wasn't trying to make
I want you to because see that makes people come in here and want to watch.
Oh, sure. I'll always keep it within reason, though. Believe you me, I can make a sailor blush. But Mr. Kim, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Okay, Chris. Thank you. Goodbye.
And everybody in chat, it was good hanging with you.
Okay, if Trump don't give me another stimulus, I'm not voting in November. Well, he didn't give you the first one, Brian. It was Nancy. Okay. Darwin Digital. When it can't find the program. Does it give you an option at the bottom to ask to choose yourself? Yes, it does, but I can't find it. I don't know where it put it. So I'm going with what Chris said to uninstall it and install it and then choose the place to put it so that later I can find it. Brian says, okay, Kim, if Nancy don't give me another stimulus check, I'm not voting into November. Exactly. And if Trump don't get his way, I'm going to throw a little fit. Hello, Rosanna. Hey, it got hot out there, I'd say. Man, I'll tell you what, I had to go up and down the ladder to install that bracket to the side of the wall. And I just had a pair of shorts on, no shirt. Oh my God, the sweat would just run. And my shorts got so soaked that I had to change them. But flag's up, looks good. My main problem was I was trying to find a stud on the side of the house, or in the house to put the screws in. I did. You're going to vote Trump. But Grizz, you didn't vote for the son of a bitch to start with. Now tell the truth. Did you vote for him to start with? Pam, how's supper coming? She can't hear me. Let me do it this way. She still didn't. If I get another stimulus check, I'm going to vote Trump. If I don't get another stimulus, I'm not going to vote for no one. Okay. Well, if I don't get a stimulus check, I'm going to vote for Joe. If I get a stimulus check, another one from Nancy, I'm going to vote for Joe. So it don't make any difference. It don't matter who you vote for as long as it's not Trump. Okay. I know, Darwin. Well, Joe didn't do it. Nancy did it. Jerry, how are you doing with your knives? Man, you make some pretty knives. He voted for Grizz. He wrote Grizz. If they didn't file taxes, Grizz, they didn't get a check. So we can't blame her or Trump. Yeah, I'd vote for Grizz. Free beer for everybody. Free beer tomorrow. Well, yeah, it's true. Grizz, this is my channel. So it's got to be true. Sounds good to me, Grizz. And Ben Carson, I don't know who that is, he would have definitely been better than Trump. Absolutely. Mickey Mouse would have been better than Trump. No? How did she get it? She draws a disability check though, Grizz. That's how she got it. And I'm glad she did get it. Okay, because of welfare. Okay, cool. Good deal. They needed it. Well, folks, I'm gonna get off here. And I appreciate each and every one of you for putting in your comment. And you get on IRS and fill out non-filtered form and you get a check. Great. Rosanna, Brian, Grizz, Darlin, thank you all for coming in. All right. Bye for now, folks. Bye all.